Hello friends, and welcome to episode 297 of the XboxEra podcast. We're here to discuss the latest in gaming from across the industry, but overall we're focused on your favourite platform, Xbox. We're a fiercely independent and community-driven publication, and it's only made possible by you lovely lot. So big thank you to all of our supporters and patrons, but big shout outs to our MVPs, executive producers, and especially our grand benefactors, Kratos56, Assassin, and Kevin S. But of course, we couldn't do anything without the leadership of our wonderful CEO, Torn Raptor. Today, I am joined as per usual by Special Nick.
What's going on?
And the lovely Jessie is here as well.
Hola.
Hola! We're all back in the swing of things. Definitely no one's taking any breaks until like at least the summer. It's just all three of us all the time forever.
Yep.
Nick's not here next week. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to come up with a guest. Any suggestions on a guest for next week's show? Who should we have? Who should we have to who can possibly stand in for you?
Bill Clinton.
That is my question. I need someone with the...
I thought you said you were going to try getting Rand on.
Yeah, Rand's a good shout, but Rand's going through a lot. You know, like he might not be in the mood, and I don't want to push him and pressure him in any way. But I do need someone with that presence, that stage presence, that little bit of salsa.
Tom Henderson might want to do it.
Yeah. I'm on the hunt. I'm on the hunt for a guest host.
Maybe get Gaz.
The lovely Gazzy boy.
Maybe he takes the week off his show and does ours.
Comes, does his show and brings the carnage. God.
Yeah. I don't even think he's done his show today.
No? That's unusual.
No.
He's getting
He
busy.
hasn't even done his show today. So there you go. So if he's happy to skip shows, maybe he just does our show next week.
I'll think of something.
I want Josh Sawyer.
Maybe I'll ping Jason Ronald. Just get Jason Ronald on, come host the show with us. That'd be fine.
How come we're back to this view?
Because it's nice.
Everybody's we're almost entirely watched on mobile. It's like 70%.
It's true.
And this is just way better for mobile, unfortunately.
And it makes life easier for the lovely Creaky Legs to make amusing shorts out of our silliness. True story. You guys had a good day? You've been up to much? You've been chilling? You've been busy? I know it's early morning for you, Nick.
I just got up.
This weekend, have you had a nice weekend? Like, what did you get up to yesterday?
I've been cleaning. I've been cleaning for 2 or 3 days.
Just cleaning, just
the
doing
whole house.
Winter
doing
clean.
the whole house.
Summer clean.
Summer.
Clean.
I wanted to clean the whole house before we went to Sydney, because I didn't want to come back to a filthy house. So I've cleaned the entire house top to toe.
Nice. That sounds thrilling.
Over the last few days. Yeah, this study here feels nice and fresh and clean. It's great. I like it. I like being when it's like just freshly clean. Took all those amiibos off, dusted them all.
Delicately. I can imagine you with like a little, like, you know.
No, I've got an
Q-tips.
attachment on the end. I've got an attachment on the end of my vacuum with like a brush thing. I just run it over each one.
Oh.
Dust the shelf. All those amiibos there as well, just to the side there. Oh, but this fucking camera view can't see them.
Couldn't see them on the other one.
Is that why you're sad about the camera view? Like, 'cause people can't see how amazing.
You can't see anything in the
Can't see
background.
how amazing everything is.
It's going to have it directly behind you like me.
Although I would argue you can see the two most important things for this show, which is the Xbox Lite and the Xbox controller, and the Xbox controller that's behind my head as well.
Wow. I would have immediately assumed you'd go with your face as the most
But
important
you're seeing that
thing.
regardless.
Oh, okay. That's fair. Well, we could always do the view where it cuts in with the full screen of whoever's talking.
Pain in the ass. I've never made that before.
It never seems to work either.
Well,
like,
no, because that's the thing
works.
where it takes who's loudest on the mic and it changes, and there's always a delay, and then it sometimes jumps around. It would literally, in this setup, it would have to be me changing to someone.
Manually controlling.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, maybe I'd love to see it. Maybe that would be an interesting experiment one time.
If I wasn't a co-host and I was only a producer, absolutely.
No, but like letting the machine
voice of God.
Oh, but no.
Let the AI run the show. Yeah.
Let Copilot do it.
I've seen StreamYard try and do that for many other shows, and it's not good. It's too slow.
Let Copilot do it.
That'd be even worse.
Slop era podcast.
We're back.
I'm on
Presenting the Slotbox 365.
Oh man, that was good. That was good.
God,
so
no,
funny.
I can't get started that early. It's too early for hysterics right now. Too early in the evening, or too late in the evening, perhaps. What about you, Jesse? What have you been up to today? Anything exciting?
I made a gigantic so at Aldi, made a huge rack of ribs, and they're $12. There's giant pork spare ribs, and just cooked them in
I
the
had
oven
ribs
for
for lunch.
about 4 hours of cooking. That was most of my day outside of working on a Cult of the Lamb Woolhaven DLC review, which that comes out next week.
Nice. I took my kids skateboarding and skating for the first time. So post Christmas, my son just was like, I want to get a skateboard. I was like, you want to get a skateboard? He was like, yeah, I want to get a proper.
I want to get a couple of
skateboard."
broken legs and a snapped ankle.
So
I used to skate.
well, this is the thing, right? So there's a shop. It's quite well known in my neck of the woods in Southend called Exile, which is like a proper skater shop run by a proper skater who closes the shop if it's windy because he does kite skating, kite surfing, something like that. So he'll just be like, yeah, the shop's closed because he just wants to go and do that. But he sold us all the gear and gave us some idea. And then I found out after researching that there's actually a skate park in the town where I live. Like, I've lived here for a long time. Never knew it existed. Proper indoor skate park. And let's just say skateboarding is hard. Now, my daughter, who got roller skates, like quads or whatever you call them, she
Rollerblades or roller skates?
No, skates. The group of four wheels.
Yeah.
She was just off, and she was just like fearless, and it was amazing. But my son realised, oh shit, skateboarding is really, really hard. It is hard. And we bumped into this other little kid, and this little kid was like, oh, I was really crap at it, but then my mum paid for a lesson with someone, and now I just practice that, and then I got good. So I've now got to find someone to teach because I have no fucking
Or
idea.
he can just practice.
He's got the fear. He's got the fear. Like, even just standing on a board, like, you can't fall. You might fall forward, but you're not going to fall from, like, you're not like doing a drop. And he was just like panicking.
You could fall. You could.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not, you're not falling from a height, right?
No, but still, you could do some damage.
Yeah. He has all the protective gear on, but
I actually found snowboarding easier than skateboarding.
I suppose in some ways it would be, because snowboarding, I don't think you're responsible as much for.
Well, I don't know. Like, I'm good at rollerblading, and my rollerblading ability transferred to skiing quite naturally. So I took to skiing like a duck to water. And then when I got a bit bored of skiing, I tried snowboarding. And just 1 year we went to the snow, and I wanted to snowboard, and I quite enjoyed it. Snowboarding.
I imagine it would be fun.
This was like 20 years ago. Like, no, more. Closer to 30 years ago. I'd probably kill myself if I tried now. The only thing I can still do now is rollerblade. Love rollerblading. Never get tired of it.
I was never much good at any of them, to be honest with you. I used to be able to ice skate, okay, weirdly, but didn't.
Well,
get on
again,
with
if
the
you can
whole
ice
rules.
skate, you should be able to rollerblade theoretically.
In theory, right? But I never
Theoretically.
seemed to quite get on with it. But yeah, he's definitely like, oh, and I'm like, you've committed to this, dude. You spent all your Christmas money on this, like, proper, really good skateboard, like, you know, like, I want you to stick at it. So I'll pay for a couple of lessons, but then once you've had those lessons, you've got to keep repeating that stuff. I want to see you out all the time. And it's only a $5 to go and get this indoor skate park for a couple of hours, which is fucking great. But holy crap, there were kids like 6 years old, 8 years old, like scooters,
Freaks.
and they were just insane height. I was like,
freaks.
oh, God. Mad. Kids nowadays, hey, God, I feel old. Let's talk about some video games. What have you been playing this week, Nick? You been playing any games?
Not really, and I think I still can't talk about that other game, Jesse.
Next week.
Yeah, it's not out until Tuesday.
Oh, and I'm not on next week, so I won't be talking about it for a couple of weeks.
Oh.
But yes, been very, very busy, so I haven't been playing much of even like the usuals. I haven't been really playing. So yes, life is getting in the way of games at the moment.
Always the way.
Sadly.
I guess it's like that, like in our summer, like in our hemisphere, you know, like the summer days and days out and stuff gets in the way a little bit of, and all the socializing and things like that gets in the way of just monging out in front of the TV, playing video games a bit. So I empathise. Like, this is prime game seasons for me. I'm just waiting for the right thing to play. Although I have been playing God of War 2018.
Oh yeah. My game of the year, 2018.
So I've been playing through it, and I've just made it to, I'm about, I don't know, five hours in, something like that. I've made it to Alfheim, and I'm fighting some dudes and driving around in a boat and shit. And Nick, and I mean this, and I apologise to all of Greece, but like when I looked at Kratos, I am reminded of you because of the Greek nose. I'm like, why does it sometimes look like Nick? And it just does. Weird, weird but true. But it still holds up, man. It's super pretty, considering it's only 2018. It's not that long ago, right? But then you think about it, it's like it's still quite a while ago.
It's 8 years ago. Yeah, it's a generation. It is a generation ago.
And it still looks great. Runs on my Asus Republic of Gamers Xbox ROG Xbox Ally X Windows 11 handheld gaming PC. Runs perfectly well.
I really wish they do. I want to play this style of God of War, but with the Greek mythology.
Yeah, I can get that.
They don't seem into the Greek mythology, and with what we'll talk about later.
I know,
with the
but
show.
Greek mythology's better. So I don't know why. Like, our mythology's just better than all the rest.
I mean, they kind of go
Although
through
I find
all of it.
I do find Egypt quite interesting as well, though.
Yeah, Egypt is cool.
But our mythology is the best mythology. That's why it keeps coming back all the time, because it's the best. Like pretty much from any perspective you want to take. Like, whether it's, do you want to create some sort of juicy thing, you know, because Zeus was actually an arsehole and this, that, the other, so you can take that angle, or you can just take the straight up, there's the Minotaur, and there's fucking Cyclops, and there's this and that. Like, it's just the best mythology. It just is.
I mean, I agree with you in that, and I think there's a quote from Stephen Fry, right? When he was talking about God with some Irish host on TV or something, and he said something like, if it was the Greek gods, if I died and went to Olympus and the Greek gods were there, I'd have a little bit more. I'd be more okay with it than one singular omnipotent being judging my actions, because the Greek gods were human in their appetites. You know, they were fallible. Which I've always liked. Right, there's a little bit more drama to it than no, I know everything and I know best.
Yes, and I'm the best, and everything I say is correct and right and good. It's like, no, some of you fucks were pricks. Like.
A lot of illegitimate children in
some of you were just assholes.
Man.
Yeah, our mythology is just so much better. So I wish they'd do that style, even though I'm a bit over it. I'd like to at least play, like, you know, when I first got, so my wife used to watch me play the OG God of War games because she loves Greek mythology, and she used to just, you know, force me to watch the cutscenes. And then when this God of War came out, and she saw the graphics out, she's like, oh, can't wait to sit and watch this one. And then she's like, oh, it's not Greek mythology. I'm like, no. She's like, yeah, I'm out. She just walked away. She's like, I'm not interested.
I have to admit, though.
Don't care.
And maybe it's because it's so long ago. Like, maybe it felt more fresh in 2018 than it does now. Or maybe I'm not far enough into it to be like... Like, combat's okay. I had to reconfigure controls because I found the setup on pad to be a little bit weird. Like, I've changed it to X and Y is like light attack and heavy attack.
Yeah, it's all on the triggers.
Yeah. But it's like it feels, and I sorry, God of War fans. I appreciate I'm playing this way after the fact, and I've probably played other games that have emulated God of War to a degree. Maybe I don't know. It feels very formulaic right now. Like, go into big shiny arena, clear enemies, solve environmental puzzle, progress, unlock thing, so on and so forth. It's exquisite and it's extremely well done, and the voice acting is all cool. The kid is annoying, but yeah, like I'm not like whoa, yeah. I'm just
Don't
like,
worry.
this is pretty good.
The kid's worse than the second one.
Oh no,
Yeah.
oh no.
You can
Goddamn
definitely
kids.
see the Rise Son of Rome influence.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, Corey Barlog famously, that tweet where they're watching they're all in a room, like a war room, watching some screen. Oh, we outsold the Rise box.
wow.
Never forget that. And I'm like, I knew you guys were influenced by Rise. I knew you guys were influenced by Rise Son of Rome. Always knew that.
Yeah,
And I just find it funny, like, how much shit that game got. Like, and there's a lot of things from Rise that Rise was bagged for that are right there in God of War 2018 as well. And
the
again,
thing.
love both games. 2018 God of War was my game of the year for 2018. I did enjoy it very, very much.
Like Rise is a little bit of a miracle in that it was as good as it was, considering its origins as a Connect combat
360 game. 360
Yeah,
game.
yeah, I know, right?
That was a first-person Connect-based 360 game, and they had to quickly pivot and completely redo it for the launch of Xbox One. Like, that game is a minor miracle.
Yeah.
4 out of 10.
But like, if Rise hadn't have coloured its enemies in, and if it had injected just a wee bit more enemy barbarian variety, so they didn't look like you were stabbing like the same 8 dudes over and over and over, I feel like it could have done a lot better than it did.
Oh, if that game had more budget, if it had more time to be an actual title rather than rushed to be a launch title, that game could have been something. I mean, I still adored it, and it had
I love
multiplayer.
the story. I loved the
And
setting.
it had multiplayer.
The Colosseum multiplayer was wicked. The gladiatorial stuff was actually
That was
really
fun. Like the meta game of trying to build up your combo to get faster and more powerful, mate. I don't quite think people truly appreciate what Rise Son of Rome was. And I'm not just talking about the game in and of itself and whether it's 6 out of 10, 8 out of 10. I'm talking about the entire package, the story behind it, everything behind Rise and how it came to be. I don't think people quite appreciate it.
I would really like another one.
There was supposed to be one. I assume it got cancelled. There was one happening. I assume it got cancelled.
Yeah,
I can only assume it got cancelled. But there definitely was one at one point.
Hey, maybe it'll be announced this year. Thanks, Crytek. Jesse, what about you? What have you been playing?
Well, I jumped back into Cult of the Lamb to get ready and make sure I was in the right spot for the DLC, and they have done a lot of work, and there was just so many new systems in that game since I reviewed it, which was cool because I'm sure I'm gonna have to use them throughout whatever the almost as expensive as the base game expansion, because from what I would imagine when I think it's $18 for the expansion, and the game was like 25 or 30, so it's a big one. It's called Woolhaven.
Wow.
Should have a review of it out close to, I don't even know when the hell it launches. But yeah, just hopping back into Cult of the Lamb and being like, yep, I gave this game a very good score and it deserved it, and it has only gotten better since then. It's one of the developer ones, I think, that never came to Game Pass, where a fair number of theirs have. It has co-op now, which is real neat.
Nice. It's a good addition.
Yeah, it is very much a mix of. Oh man, I had some weird ass edits in this review video. It is very much a mix of strategy, base building, relationship management, because you are running a cult, and then the very fast-paced roguelike combat that's very good. Still a big thumbs up, and just keep an eye on the site, and I'll get into this woolly DLC that's all frozen looking in their key art. So, oh god, I used so many transitions back then. Kind of embarrassing. The other thing, which I did not do a video of, but I did stream, was the newest Game Pass edition out of nowhere after the first drop, and then this one, Quarantine Zone, The Last Check. Speaking of Devolver.
With the grok gun.
Yep.
With the grok gun.
With the grok gun that our ad partner's like, you can't use that. So I did.
That's man's buttocks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we got like analyzed. They were like, these buttocks need to go.
Yeah. So it is. It's one of those. I don't think there's many people. It might be one guy, might be multiple. I don't know. You are in a zombie outbreak, and when someone's got red eyes, they got yellow skin, they got a bite mark on them. They are a bad person. And eventually, you get a gun, you can just shoot them right in the head, right then and there, and you'll get $400. It's one of those. It's weird. Like you're using the grok gun and looking through their clothes to see all but their underwear to make sure they're not bit. You're checking their temperature. You're building up the base around it. It was a really fun, like 7 or 8 hours for a campaign playthrough, and then they've got an endless mode, and I'm sure they'll add more stuff over time. And it came out of nowhere right into Game Pass. It was one of the top requested games on Steam, top wish listed. And like the big thing is you're essentially looking and trying to find everything wrong with someone, filling out the checklist to get like the best score and make the most money and get the most research points and stuff. And it is good. It is PC only. It's very Euro janky, but fun Euro jank with a bit of Devolver polish on top of that, which is always neat to see. So hopefully at some point it will come to console. For now, it is just PC only. It doesn't play the best on a controller because it's got weird. It's very slow when you try and move left and right with the analog stick. So we shall see. And that's what I've been playing that I can talk about.
Fair. We'll take a moment to say big hello to everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining us on your Saturday afternoon / evening / Sunday morning. Lovely to see everyone. A couple of comments in the chat. Good old Collingwood says, Nick, why don't you record a short piece of the game that you want to talk about, but you're not here next week to talk about, and we can play it during the podcast next week, as if you were in the room with us.
No.
It's not the same, is it?
No. I don't think I'll have the time to do that sort of thing either.
Fair. And Thomas Brush says, I've finally purchased Indiana Jones. Finally. I can honestly say I don't get the hype. I want to like it so badly. I don't know, man. Like, game. I've spoken to people that are like, I just don't like it. And I'm like, why didn't you like it? And you know, my stepson's dad, I was like, why didn't you like it? And he was like, it just should have been third person. And I'm like, man.
Seriously?
I'm not saying that's what you think, Thomas. Stick with it. Like, I think once you get to Giza, and it really becomes like a big open world kind of, or semi-open playground of sorts where you can kind of potter around and investigate different things, it gets really good. But you've got to like the slow pace. You're walking along with a torch in the air and you're solving puzzles. You've got to really get into that mindset. And if that's not your jam, fair enough. But I loved it. I loved Indiana Jones so much. It was so close to a 10.
Fantastic game.
So solid. All right, let's dive in to some news and stuff. Right? Should we
I am playing something now.
What, right this second?
Yeah.
While we're. Are you doing the chess? Is this what you do now? You've just become.
This is pretty good.
What are you playing?
Look.
Oh, you're playing the Super Meat Boy 3D demo, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep, it's really solid. Super Meat Boy 3D, it's a Game Pass game, right?
Yeah.
It's really good. Really solid game.
These early levels are quite quick.
Yeah, well,
they're over in like a second.
Yeah, you're in tutorial. When you get to the first one that isn't over in like a second, you're doing a proper.
Ah, yeah, that's true.
So, yeah.
There is breaking exclusive from everyone's most trusted leaker.
Me?
Ooh.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll just mention Ecstasis says achievement overhaul in the works.
We've heard this before.
Yeah, I said it.
We've heard this
This is
before
the 95th time this has
multiple
been said.
times over the years. Now, if they're making it a part of their big OEM next
25th
gen
anniversary.
push,
Yeah.
that's cool. I'm not saying I don't want to see it. But I
Definitely
think
want to see it.
Yeah, I think if anything, they'll either do something completely on their own, or they'll, because of their future design plans, I would imagine that they would emulate as closely as possible what Steam already does to make that work easier for developers.
It's never
But what do
easy
I
for
know?
anyone, is what I was told. Like, it's always a thing that every developer
It's always a
hates.
pain in the ass. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, okay. I'll tell you what, Nick, let's cheer you up and get your eyes focused on some breaking news that we had earlier this week, which was the return of new, not remastered, but new Ecco the Dolphin. How do you feel about that? You loved the idea
there
so
are
much.
remasters as well.
I know, but they also said new Ecco the Dolphin game.
So there'll be a brand new Ecco the Dolphin game, which is very, very great news. I'm also looking forward to the remasters because I want to remember how hard as balls those original Mega Drive games were. And they were fucking
stupid
hard. Like, they were so hard. And not hard in terms of, like, although the combat wasn't... I mean, how the fuck do you do dolphin combat, right? This is arguably one of the most unique video games and ambitious video games ever made. And this is another reason why old Sega was so much better than old Nintendo. Like, I will take that to my grave. Old Sega is so much better than old Nintendo in every way. New Nintendo, clearly much better than new Sega. But, like, Nintendo would have done nothing like this.
No.
Made a game about a fucking dolphin. Like, an
Also,
adventure game about a dolphin.
Jesse reminded me that like the plot was aliens, and I was like, wait,
Yes.
was it?
Yes,
Wait,
it
what?
was.
No one ever got deep enough in to find that out for the most part.
And it was hard, like just even hard. Like you could almost argue not a Metroidvania, but there was backtracking, and you were going back and forth and finding out how to unlock doors and all that sort of stuff. It was just, yeah, man. It was such a good game, and like the beauty of this game, it had like its own. It's almost like the game had its own inbuilt wusa ability. If you got frustrated because you were lost or whatever, you could just swim around trying to do somersaults and cool shit like that. I just thought it was such a clever game. It was such a chill game, but yes, it was ridiculously hard. And
I'm watching the gameplay now, and like this person obviously clearly knows everywhere to go and everything to do.
Yeah.
But like, how would you figure some of this shit out? Like, oh, I've got to
I know, man.
grab these little
It was
fucking sea urchins and make them go this way to knock the rocks out of the way. And
Like, it's an hour-long game when you know what to do. That's why they made it so unbelievably hard. Because if you knew what to do, all these games were 25 to 50 minutes for the most part.
It just cracks me up seeing people being like, I'm gonna smash. Can we get to the end and see some aliens? Can you like skip forward? Like, I don't think I've ever seen it. Like, my mind is blown at the idea of it's aliens.
I will say, I don't think I actually played the Dreamcast one. Surprisingly.
Is that the 3D one?
Yeah, I don't. At least I don't remember playing the Dreamcast one. I only remember playing the Mega Drive one.
A lot of Metroids.
See, I never got to this.
Yeah,
I never
get
got
that
to this
jaw out of
aliens.
there. Stupid alien skull. It's very much just a xenomorph.
Yeah, it
God.
is, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about what a new Echo could look like, though. Like, I would presume that they wouldn't do a 2D. They would go, like Jesse was saying on headlines on Thursday, that they would turn it into like a flying game, but you're a dolphin in 3D water, like swimming around.
Like the Dreamcast game.
Yeah. That could look incredible with today's technology.
Oh, yeah. But they just need to make sure it's not ridiculously hard. Like, it needs to be, like, for the game to have any kind of chance of success, it needs to be... I'm not saying make it, like, fucking super hand-holdy and for babies and whatever, but, like, it can't be the way it was back then. Like, they were ridiculously hard.
Yeah.
Prohibitively so.
Yeah, I would agree.
I would say.
Just stupidly difficult.
Which is a shame, because they're such great games. Yeah, I never played. I'm looking at the Dreamcast one now. I don't think I ever played this one.
This is PS2.
Strangely. Oh, is that PS2? Oh, okay.
That's why it's a little fuzzy.
Which I assume is just the Dreamcast one anyway.
Yeah, it's just Defender of the Future. It's probably just a bit worse looking.
Defender of the Future. A dolphin.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if
miserable.
The Dreamcast version looks better anyway. Yeah, I mean, you could always do an Ecco the Dolphin that's more about just enjoying the ocean and exploring the ocean, kind of like those Wii game, the Nintendo ocean swimming games. But yeah, it'd be a tough balance to have to strike.
They probably make it all like ecological disaster themes nowadays, wouldn't they?
Yeah. And do you do side missions? You know, you go to a whale and the whale's like, "Ooh, help me unclog my hole on the top of my back." And then you go to like a jellyfish and the jellyfish is like,
chew through.
I'm tangled up in a 6-pack wrapper.
Yeah. Only eat plankton.
I only eat plankton, bro.
No, I can't chew, bro. Only eat plankton. You got any chips?
Oh, jeez, bro. Help me.
Good old Kiwi accent there. I only eat plankton.
Oh, jeez. Oh, thanks, bro. Thanks, man.
I don't know why every time I can't chew brew, I always crack up at that video. Every time.
Member for 21 months, Zach Riley. While we're on Sega, there was recently something about them putting Game Gear games in Yakuza Kiwami 3. Any chance they do Game Gear on NSO for Switch? I reckon there is a chance they do Game Gear for Switch. So I was told that they're doing DS. I was told they're doing Wii. And hopefully I don't get in trouble for saying I was told they're doing Sega CD. So if Sega CD might be a thing, then I don't see why Game Gear wouldn't be. Because I mean, Sega's already got Mega Drive on there. And a while back I had a rumor mill where I was given information on something that led me to believe, and my source to believe, that they might be doing Dreamcast as well for NSO. So if Sega's fully on board NSO, I think Game Gear would be something that would probably get there.
Doable.
Would make sense.
There's meant to be like 12 Game Gear games in that Yakuza one. Like 12
Is
hidden,
there?
I think it's 8 or 12. One of those.
I saw Pac-Man and a couple of others, but yeah,
I mean that's fun. That's fun.
Yeah. But yeah, very excited about the prospect of Echo. I'm curious to see how those remasters go. Like, how are they going to do it? Are they going to be like to me, bringing them back just in that pixel form? Like I don't know. To me, if they're bringing back those Echo games, I would be getting Lizard Cube to do what they did with Wonder Boy 3. If possible, and if they'd be interested. So if you played Wonder Boy 3, The Dragon's Trap by Lizard Cube, they just took the Master System game and did the whole Halo anniversary thing where they put new graphics over the top of old graphics and you can switch between the two. It's just the original game,
just
with their beautiful hand-drawn art over the top of the original pixels. So if they did something like that with Echo,
you don't need to, mate. Just plonk them into the Slotbox 365.
Yeah. And AI will redo the
12
graphics.
perfect Game Gear remasters. Boom.
Copilot will just completely remake Echo the Dolphin on the fly. With spelled Ukuku the Dolphin.
Oh, God.
Ukuku the Dolphin.
Yeah, it'll just be garbage. It'll be a clownfish as well. It'll be a clownfish.
It'll just be a Nemo ripoff.
God. Good old Collingwood with a shout out for Maneater. Like, did you play Maneater? Which was
I did.
Great little game.
It's a
like,
fun
really
game.
Silly game. Like, absolutely great idea from those
It
developers.
is. It
Like,
is.
do
I
want
installed
to
it on my I installed it on my son's PS5 so he could play it, and he had a lot of fun with it. Just
it's
eating
really
people.
silly. Yep. Yum, yum, yum.
Yep,
Why
just
not?
eating people, chewing them up.
I wonder if like they could do an Echo the Dolphin zombie mode, or like a zombie dolphin, like go around,
I don't know.
leap out of the beach. Don't know.
I'm not sure.
But
But what
I'm
I'll do
glad
is-
you're excited for Echo.
To make this transition to the next topic a bit better, I did just get a text message that means I just need to step away for a second.
That's okay. Well, while you're doing that, we'll talk about the hilarity of Paramount just, not being able to take no for an answer.
Suing people. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Great. Yeah, no worries. No worries.
Nick's just gotten threatened with a lawsuit over what he just
Yeah.
talked about.
Yeah, Copilot just messaged him, please stop talking about me.
You weren't supposed to mention Game Gear and NSO.
Yeah.
I am coming for you.
But yeah, let's talk about Paramount suing Warner Brothers Discovery because Netflix really, really don't want to
It's not
sell
a better
to
deal.
you, Paramount.
But it's not. You mean Warner Brothers doesn't want to sell to you? They want
Yeah,
to sell
that's
to
the one.
Netflix because
They do.
Netflix is a better deal for them overall. But it's more money. They keep yelling, but then it's actually no. You're buying all of it for less than they feel they can get the Warner Brothers and Discovery separate total. And
Yeah.
now Netflix might move to an all cash deal where they borrow a bunch of money instead of giving stock options or whatever the hell, however that all works. So that would essentially just be like, bop. They go away.
Like Paramount actually suing Warner Brothers.
Yeah, for information
they feel
about they
that-
want to know the exact offer from Netflix. It's like,
It's ridiculous.
that's not how it works. But in this government, when you are very supportive of the commander in chief, it doesn't matter if that's how it works anymore.
It literally doesn't matter how it works anymore. Like all of over here in UK land, all of us are like, are you really going to try and invade Greenland?
I believe he got talked out of that because that was a red line for too many people in the party.
Mate, today he was like, I'm going to put a 10% tariff.
Well,
on
yeah, so not
anyone who-"
invade. It's I'm gonna start. I'm gonna
It's
charge.
like, what the
I'm
fuck
gonna
is
put a
this?
giant tax on my own people if you don't let me have this thing I have no right to. It's whatever. It's all so stupid, and it's more
Not like-
stuff that's gonna make the economy horrible for people who just want to have
All the
fun.
famous people, can you all get together, take anyone that's won an Oscar and just award it, put it in a nice box and put to Donald Trump for your wonderful acting. Here's an Oscar. And then like maybe he'll just, ooh, shiny, and he'll get distracted and go off do something else. Maybe. I don't know.
Probably not.
But the idea of a company suing the company that they want to buy because the company they want to buy doesn't want to be sold to them is like the most insanely crazy shit.
They keep
I
stomping
think
their
I've heard
feet saying
so
we
far
have the
this
best
year.
deal, and everyone looks at it and like, no, you don't. You want to buy all of it for this much, whereas they want to sell one part of it for this, and then the other part's valued way more than the difference from what you're offering.
Yeah,
And that's it. They don't have enough money to do it, despite how rich they are. After just buying a bunch of other stuff, they and Saudi backers and all that don't have enough money to do all of it outright, to pay you what all of it would actually be worth. So they're just trying to everything's politics, everything's tied together. This hits a bunch of video game studios that are owned by Warner
Yeah.
Brothers. Like if you care about Rocksteady and NetherRealm and others, this all matters. You could even say Paramount might be better for them. It might, because Netflix doesn't give two shits about gaming no matter what they say. And the Ellisons have been in gaming, with the daughter being the head of Annapurna.
Yeah,
You saw how that went. So I actually don't think it would be that much better.
Machine XP in the chat says it actually makes the whole ABK thing with how Sony acted at the time seem much more tame. I mean, yeah, in terms of drama level, like, can you imagine the headlines if like Sony or Nintendo had sued ABK? Like, can you imagine?
They talked the FTC into it.
Kind of, yeah, I suppose, but still, this is
Which is if it didn't cost so much money and waste time, it would have been I'm all for it. Like, go after these mergers and try and actually make sure they're legal. I think we just already knew the micro, knowing the industry better, we knew it was going to go through. There was no legal reason why it shouldn't. Like Call of Duty, they were never going to try and keep that. A little bit. Yeah, they were never going to do the thing Nick wanted. That would not have worked, which was make it all exclusive. They weren't going to do that.
The thing that, I like, we're getting off on a massive tangent here, but the worst mistake that Microsoft made through all of that was, in my estimation, and I've said it before, was to a degree, whether it was intentional or otherwise, was inadvertently almost weaponizing the community of gamers behind you to be so like, yeah, this is for us. And then they got the deserved backlash when it's not for you, it's for these people and all of the money we want to earn. Yeah. Hey ho. Let's see what happens.
They've definitely gone
Paramount.
The other way on that. They are now zero interest in that community. Yeah, it's gone. Like, if you're working with local influencer team stuff, they're fine. They'll get your code. Yeah. You can be in previews and that type of stuff, but it is not like it used to be. Those days have that dog is gone.
It's a different world out there now.
Yeah. It's a very stupid lawsuit.
Speaking of giant tech companies that do annoyingly shit things, Meta has, like, I don't know if I'm overstating this here, but is VR just pretty much dead now?
It was being fully carried by them, so I would say pretty much.
Like, the VR industry, Meta, with the Quest series of headsets, and particularly the Quest 3 and the 3S, they had first-party development studios. They were developing full-fledged games and a marketplace and blah, 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 blah. And now Meta have closed 3 of their VR studios responsible for some of the best games on the platform, and they've significantly shrunk Armature, which is a 4th team, right? Is it? Oh no, is there a 4th team? I can't remember which.
No, there is a 4th team. They didn't shut down Camouflage, but they gutted it.
That's the one. They gutted Camouflage, but they've shut down Twisted Pixel,
Armature.
Sanzaru, and Armature. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Twisted Pixel, former Xbox studio.
Yeah, man, I had so many fond memories of, like, The Maw, Splosion Man, Co-op, Splosion Man, and Ms. Splosion Man. Like, actually doing that, I remember with my flatmate at the time. That's how long ago this was. I had a flatmate. We were like when one of us fucked it up, and like the arguments, because the timing was so precise to get through those co-op platforming sections. But we had so much fun, and that was such like a core 360 team to me, Twisted Pixel.
Yeah.
And they only just released Deadpool VR, which had a big old booth at Gamescom. Yeah, it did.
It was at SDF, it was at Gamescom, it had a lot of marketing behind it, and what do you know?
Oh, my brother just sent me a video the other day of him playing it and talking about how much he liked it. Because he's got a MetaQuest, and he loved Deadpool VR.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
so none of this happened because of the game studios. This happened because they spent $70 billion chasing the metaverse.
And all of the work side of the metaverse is dead now as well. Yep. All the enterprise
like
shit.
He thought people were going to sit around in their home offices with like a headset on, holding controllers to talk to each other over business, and it looked terrible. Like, it was the dumbest thing. Like, they made, I would say Asgard's Wrath 2 is one of the best, if not the best, VR games.
It's up there with
alongside Half-Life Alyx. Yeah. And then Batman Arkham Shadows just below it. Like, they made some Resident Evil 4's VR version that Armature made is amazing. To take that game and completely rebuild it for VR, like, They had awesome games that sold really well. The headsets have sold like 30, 40 million. The main issue was the other side of their Reality Labs or whatever that was called, where it was just 50 times the expenditure with no return. That was the thing right before AI. It was Web3 and Metaverse into AI.
It's such a shame. It really is. Because I don't know, not everyone in the chat has maybe never tried VR or maybe didn't get on with it, but when it worked and when you were untethered, and particularly like the Quest in particular was like a whoa kind of moment because there was no cable. You were just in an environment, and developers had some really clever tricks to really pull that off. And when it worked, it was transformative. But the reality is that most people don't want to sit there with a headset, and most gamers are lazy fucks who don't want to move around a lot. Yeah, I would also say that's true.
When I reviewed both Asgard's Wrath and Assassin's Creed Nexus, which was also very good, and unfortunately I hadn't figured out how to capture the full 1080p high bitrate video yet. It was exhausting. It was like 95 hours on Asgard's Wrath 2, and I never beat it. And I said that in the review. It's like I'm right there, but there's a grind, and this game is meant to be like 130 hours. It was meant to be that long. It was just insane how big it was. My body I was wrecked for weeks. It was so hard because when you're swinging and when you're doing things and you're not hitting anything ever, you're only stopping yourself. It's like it's a double hit every time because I'm swinging real hard and then I'm just hitting myself or I'm stopping myself in your elbows and everything. It hurts without any actual feedback on what you're doing too. It's really fun, but you can only do it for so long, and you are completely isolated from people.
Yep, it's a shame.
And Armature worked on Recall. Or did I already say that?
Yeah, I think they did. Armature. I remember the name.
Yeah,
I don't think you did say it, but you're right.
No. Oh, okay. Yeah, they worked on Recall Armature.
But yeah,
it is. It's. I don't know.
Is this the death of VR though? Like, if Meta are pulling out,
essentially, I would say yes.
Arguably the biggest platform for VR. Yes, I know Steam and Valve are making the Steam
Valve's
frame.
Not making anything. They said we're not working on a VR game. When people went and got their new Steam frame, which is essentially their take
is it
on
out
the
already?
No. People went and checked when they were the Steam machine, Steam frame, and Steam controller were all there, and people were working on them and covering them. And the Steam frame is a MetaQuest. It's got its own internal processor, which is real nice. It's got a big old battery in the back head strap. It's supposed to be a really nice piece of hardware. And people are like, oh, do you have a game for this? And they kind of went, no, we're not working on any VR right now. They're making the headset because there are so many VR games on Steam that you'll be able to stream to this thing, as well as it has a translation layer. So you can use Android VR games in it as well. So
I just don't picture many more new things.
But they're
coming.
not. Yeah, it's much like the Steam machine and the Steam controller. Despite what everyone wants to say when they're covering it, it's for their existing audience. It's not to pull in new people. It's to serve the people that are already there, that already have 40, 50 VR games in their Steam library, to have a new Steam headset, because the index requires this giant base station and these towers that read you and stuff. Instead, you'll probably spend $700-800 because I highly doubt that they're going to lose a ton of money on it like Meta did, and price it at $400 or $500. And then it just all works on its own. And it's cool, but it's not meant to get new customers. That's not its main goal.
Yeah. Wow.
Again, I'm still surprised. Like, I've always said that I think VR's future is in like tourism and sporting events and stuff like that. So I'm surprised.
Yeah, put you in the venue kind of thing.
Yeah,
like the NBA does that with Meta, and it's pretty cool.
Yes. And it's supposed to be Unreal. And I'm like, how is that not more of a thing? To me, that's where VR's future lies. Like, I would have thought.
Rather than like, I'll pay silly amount of money for a pay-per-view, boxing fight. Yeah. And it's like I can actually be ringside pay-per-view. Yeah. It's like I'm there and I'm seeing everything. And
yeah. So apparently on Apple, I think Apple Vision Pro has like the NBA pass as well. And like, it's like you're sitting there courtside and you're looking around. And
and they've got
you're watching the
360
NBA.
cameras, or they're more just front, but you can jump around the court and get different angles and stuff depending on what they do.
Yeah, I'm shocked that's not more of a thing.
It is exhausting to watch something that long on a headset. I have tried watching a Celtics game on that in like an hour, and I was like, okay, this is starting to weigh on me.
That's where, like, for me, like, the whole wearable technology, like, I'm a big fan of the X-Real AR glasses, right? Because it's not VR, but, you know, it is a way of kind of privately watching something massive and, like, engaging and immersive, but it's not heavy and bulky and difficult, and it just plugs into something. Like, it's really light to carry around. It's a pair of freaking sunglasses, you know, like...
Yeah.
You lose the kind of like the full immersion of being in a place in that way, but like that's probably why we're seeing, you know, HoloLens is dead, Vision Pro, Apple's Vision Pro, they're not making any more of them ever again, right? That's dead. No. I mean, at least we've got the one thing, you know, Sony's PSVR 2 is still kicking and releasing.
You could find it for $150 online this week.
Wow,
good price. Yeah. It's a really nice headset.
They're not releasing loads of games for it.
No, I was being sarcastic.
Ah, okay. Sony's all but pulling out as well.
It's like, and you've rewind the conversations back when it was like, why isn't Microsoft getting into VR? And like the argument was because no one wants to wear a headset for hours, and there's so many cables, and it needs to be wireless, and it needs to be lightweight, and that's
why Kinect was so successful. That's why the Wii was so successful.
It was simple. Yeah.
But that audience is also fickle, and they leave pretty quickly.
Yeah. It's a shame. The tech has potential.
Yeah.
There are a few games as good to play as Half-Life Alyx. Just flat out, as a video game, it's one of the best ever made. But they literally did that.
I'll take your word for it.
And that was it. And if you made it flat, not as fun.
Let's take a moment, and while we all mourn the loss of virtual reality for all intents and purposes, let's take a moment to hear from our sponsor.
This is Console Wars, the card game. Featuring more famous video games than you can shake a stick at, Console Wars finally allows you to win a war you've been fighting and probably losing on the internet your entire life. Quit being a keyboard warrior with the warm embrace of anonymity to protect you. Now you and your friends can fight on the front lines, battling for incredible franchises, exclusivity, and eventual victory. Collect some of the most famous video game franchises of all time. Protect them with loyal and frighteningly dedicated fans. Brave the volatile video game industry and claim the ultimate victory in the console wars. Your favorite video game making mega corporation needs you. Enlist today. Head to consolewarsgame.com. Pick up a copy of Console Wars the card game, outshine your rivals, and prove that your platform reigns supreme. Out now. Everything XboxEra does is only made possible by the growing army of incredible Patreon supporters. Our MVPs and executive producers are all incredible people, but even more so are our grand benefactors, Croat56, Assassin, and Kevin S. All of this under the watchful eye of our lovely and benevolent CEO, Torn Raptor. If you want to become part of one of the best communities on the internet, head to patreon.com/XboxEra, where your patronage can help keep us alive for another month. Thanks for that, for sitting through those, everyone. You know, enjoy. Maybe pick up a copy of Console Wars, the card game, for your pals. Play together, all of that stuff. And obviously a big thank you to all of our wonderful patrons, because you guys are awesome.
iPhone.
It's not playing ball with you today.
No. Oh,
there you go. It. And of course, like the stream whilst you're here. You know, just hit that like button. Next up in news,
and we'll put this down here for anyone who doesn't want to be leaked of Thursday's thing. I know.
It's not a
There's people.
leak. It's not
So
a leak.
that'll be there. So, and also, John, I think I figured out why we can't recreate the Forza Horizon 6 date leak. And that is because it seems to be a thing that people who are influencers, who have a different build of the game, are getting. And influencers are bad at not spoiling things that they get early.
Interesting.
That's the rumor. That's the guess. Well,
But yes, what Jesse's talking about, of course, is one Twitter account, Xbox Infinite, shared a screenshot earlier this week of a splash screen reportedly that appeared in Forza Horizon 5, effectively, spoiling the release date announcement, which we're all going to find out potentially on the Developer Direct on Thursday. So that's gone and done the rounds, and there's some interesting tidbits in there. I think we're talking, and again, if you don't want to have anything spoiled for the Forza Horizon 6 deep dive reveal that we're going to get on Thursday, as soon as you see Forza Horizon 6 date leak disappear off of your screen, you can unmute or come back to us and everything will be fine. But there's a bit in there, like it says it comes with, the premium edition comes with a pre-tuned Ferrari J50, I think, yeah. Which is a pretty nice looking Ferrari, it's got to be said. Is that the cover car? We don't know. It's meant to come with, if you buy the premium edition, there's 4 days early access again. So it's meant to be coming out on my birthday. But if you buy the premium edition, it comes out 4 days earlier than that, in the middle of May. And you get VIP membership, you get a welcome pack, a car pass, time attack car pack, an Italian passion car pack.
Passion.
Ooh, and 2 premium expansions included with your early access purchase. And of course, Jesse and I spoke about this a bit. Like, yes, it is kind of like, it's day one on Game Pass, but only if you don't buy the premium version. Welcome to the FOMO. And then people will just buy it 4 days early because they don't want the FOMO.
The bad one they did was Avowed. Avowed did not deserve that early access package on Avowed was bad compared to pretty much everything else. You get actual content, but Avowed was just, you get some looks, you get the music and art, and you play early. There was no expansion or any extra anything.
Isn't that a bit discriminatory?
What?
I don't know why that made me laugh.
The Italian, the Italian passion car pack. That's a bit discriminatory, isn't it?
Well, mate, this Italians have got
They
passion. What are you
really
talking about?
like to have sex.
Yeah, but like a lot of people have passion for cars. Where's the Greek passion pack?
Give your car a big nose
Yeah.
and a
They
unibrow.
can't be bothered driving it. And
It's one.
they can't be
one set of headlights.
They can't be bothered driving it, and they get an Albanian person to do it.
Oh, man.
Oh, what about the Aussie passion?
Yeah, where's the
pack?
Aussie
You had your own
passion?
game.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
thing
I
was
know,
set there.
we did.
It was a fun one too.
I'm surprised there isn't a Japan passion pack, considering it's set in frickin' Japan.
Yeah, I was about to say, why is there an Italian passion pack in the car game set in Japan?
Like, why is the cover car not a Japanese car?
We
I guess
don't-
they were on
it
the same
might
team in
not
World
be
War
the cover
II.
car.
It might not be the cover car, admittedly.
It's a pre-order
Or I
bonus.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a guess. But you would think that a pre-order bonus would perhaps lean into the Japanese setting somewhat.
Yeah.
I mean, they might just
You know?
literally have like 300 Japanese cars in it by default. You never know. Like,
Why
they're-
not have a
Yeah.
Gojira skin? Gojira livery.
You got to respect
Gojira
that.
-1.
Like this is Playground. You know that there's going to be some fucking crazy Godzilla.
Yeah, I
event.
know.
You just know there's going to be like Outrun Godzilla's fucking radioactive laser beam
Yeah.
breath. Like it's
Why
going to
is
be a
Jesse
thing.
showing this glitchy footage?
Well, it's just it was in my review when I was talking about the glitchy footage.
Oh,
The Hot Wheels
Just bad
expansion
timing.
had some glitches.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything game breaking. Like you didn't fall through the world if you went backwards. Things just disappeared at certain angles.
Okay.
Yeah.
God damn this. Forza Horizon 5 is still amazing to look at.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
this is all
gorgeous
Xbox,
game.
which is not even PC.
Yeah, but imagine what the 6 is going to look like. Man.
Yeah, that is going to
It's
look.
not
it's
on
gonna
last
look
gen.
It's going to look so insane. Like,
And
so insane.
It's going to control insane because it's on the new Forza Motorsport tech.
And Fable's in the same engine. Like, I really hope they've nailed it. I'm just like,
I really want to see what this game's going to look like.
are you? When is the direct for you? Like
5
Australian
a.m.
time?
Friday morning.
Are you going to get up and join us for a little co-stream? Nah, don't fancy it.
How am I going to do that? I'm staying at my uncle's house in Sydney. How am I going to do that?
Okay, yeah, fair. Tricky.
Like
tricky.
wouldn't know the layout of his house. I'll have my Mac with me, but nah, it's just not going to be possible.
Yeah, Nick's bringing
let
it-
alone at 5 a.m.
He'll be able to make the thumbnail for next week with a new screenshot or something, but that'll be it. Sadly.
Yeah. I'll be able to do that stuff, but I won't be able to do anything like that. I don't even think I'll be able to get up and watch it. Sadly, I'll just rewatch it in 4K later.
It streams in
It's
4K.
streaming in 4K, baby.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Really?
It's crazy that more companies, we can do that. Anyone on YouTube can do that, but they're always so Twitch focused that they end up just staying at like 1080 shitty res for Twitch.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. But yeah,
So
there
May
you go.
15, I'll be sure
May
to
15th for the early
If you spend
access.
more, yeah.
May
I'll
19th.
be sure to send a text message to my buddy. Send a text message to me mate from Xbox Australia. Say, hey,
Hit
how
me
about
up,
that
bruv.
Forza Horizon 6 Deluxe Edition code?
Please hit me up.
Come on,
Yeah.
mate.
Lovely.
Come on, bro. Chew, bro.
I don't know. MJ
beached is
Fadeaway
broke.
asks, how much
Beached is.
how much do we need to donate for Nick to commit to being on stream? I don't think there's an amount, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's
not the money.
He's doing holiday stuff. You know, it's
not
the
the
same.
money.
We were talking about Summer Games Fest this year and how great it would be to have Nick out in LA with us.
I can afford to go to LA. The issue is not money. Like LA tickets are surprisingly cheap. I was shocked at how cheap the tickets were to get to LA. That's not,
it's one of the
money's
biggest
not
hubs in the
issue.
world for flights, so there's a lot of options.
It's that it's a big international flight with backed up against another big international flight. So back to back. It also
and
means
going,
asking
like-
for more time off work.
Yeah, completely different directions. You're going halfway around the globe that way, and then halfway around the
One
globe
good
that
thing
way.
about SGF is that it's actually one of the only events that's over a weekend. Right, like the actual thing is on Saturday and Sunday, and a bit on the Monday. But you still have to account for a day for flying out there and a day for flying back, right? So
Next year, I will go to SGF. Next year, I will go.
next year, SGF and Gamescom would be good to have you back in Germany again if you're down. If you're down to clown,
SGF definitely because I want to go to America. I want to take you there. That's such a good song.
Just don't spend too much time at the beach before you come here.
Why? Why? I don't know what that means.
It's a joke about having a tan.
he's implying, and
That?
you know, subtly that if you were at the beach for an extended period of time, your white skin tone would be darkened somewhat, and then the American government may assume.
In Australia, because we don't have the ozone layer here,
You just have red.
you just don't have one.
we burn where when I go to Europe, I tan. Like the sun's very different. I tan when I go to Greece. I look great.
I look great.
Just darkened a little bit. Look
Just
actually,
beautiful.
I say darkened. It should be my natural color, but I'm as white as a ghost.
Man, I love getting out in the sunshine, like in any possible way. I hate, like my skin is awful in the winter. Like I've got so much bad eczema. Like I've got an outbreak here on my arm. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that on my arm?
Yeah.
All right. It looks like I'm a fucking user. Do you know what I mean? Like an intravenous
just
drug
assumed you were.
user. Yeah, well, you know, I do roll that way, you know. But yes, there you go. Forza Horizon 6, It's a thing. Next up in news, and Nick, I have to ask this question. Amazon have announced that they actually do want to put people in a fallout shelter for 3 weeks and film a TV show.
Yeah?
Would you apply for this? No. Like, there's a part of me that would really want to see you in a fallout shelter, surviving for 3 weeks with other people that you don't like or know, because it would be entertaining as hell. That's why.
Maybe
like, one of them being a slob would drive him to be a murderer, and he would never get out of that shelter.
I wouldn't enjoy it.
Well, how much would someone have to pay you to do it? Like, if there was a cash prize and you could win?
A lot of money.
A lot of money? Like a million Australian?
More. Like, if I have to deal with, like... If I'd have to deal with, like, genuine fucking dickheads and, like, people who are messy and people who are just selfish pigs and shit, it's like you got to throw a lot of money at me for me to want to deal with that. I don't know. Like, I'm in this weird spot where it's like I'd be a great person to be around in that situation because I'm very accommodating and I'm clean and I'm this and I'm that and I'm the other. But then that means that I'm the one that's around fucking pigs. So they all win, but I don't.
Yeah. You have the bad time.
So for everyone stuck in that shelter with me, it's like, oh, sick. How good's this? We got like a built-in maid. We got like a built-in maid and shit who doesn't argue with us about what we should all eat and blah, blah, blah. How good is this?
Yeah.
But then for me, it's fucking living hell.
But yes, apparently, according to Amazon, the series will not only test dwellers' core attributes, but also their loyalty and alliances. It's a game of power dynamics, popularity, and social strategy, which will ultimately result in a huge cash prize. But do you have what it takes to be the most special? And obviously the special there is referring to Fallout's attributes, right? Is it what? Stealth? Mm-hmm. Help me out. Stealth.
I've never played a Fallout.
Physicality. Perception, that's it.
Strength, perception. There's a lot to it.
Yeah. Intelligence. I can't remember. Luck, I think, is one of them. Looks entertaining. Will you tune in? I don't really watch reality TV.
No, I'm not a big reality. I just watch maths.
Yeah. The only TV with like people in it that I will quite happily watch. A lot of my mates go on about Traitors a lot. They like this Traitors show. I haven't seen it. It's in the UK Traitors. And there's a US version now. Yeah.
Wow. As you say that show
is
was
it
brought
just
up
Among Us? Is it just Among Us, but like with humans?
I don't know. I don't even know the concept because I don't watch terrestrial broadcast television in any way, shape, or form.
You don't watch The Masked Singer?
Nope.
No. Maths
I have seen
the
it,
only thing I watch.
awful.
Married at First Sight. Australian Married at First Sight is the only reality TV you should be watching.
The only reality TV show that I really have enjoyed and I've watched multiple seasons of is Taskmaster, which is a UK show. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Bro, it is excellent. When they get the comedians on and they're given ridiculously stupid tasks and some of them are really smart about it. And
is is that the one where they're in their earpiece?
No.
And they're telling them... Oh, okay. So that's
No. Taskmaster is it's Greg Davis, Alex Horn, and they have 5 random comedians on for every series, and they do 5 episodes, or 10 episodes, I can't remember. And then they're just given tasks like they'll go out and there'll be like a pot in the middle of a massive red circle of felt, and they'll be like, get this baked potato in that pot without touching the felt. And they've got to think of like the best way to do it and all of this sort of stuff. It's very funny. And it's one I could just watch all the time. It is genuinely great.
We should give a shout out to Metal Oxide, who took the time to look it up and type it all out. Strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. Special.
Nice. There you go. But there you go. I mean, it will be popular for Amazon, and like Fallout is clearly doing gangbusters right now. Still haven't watched any of season 2, and I'm not going to until it's finished broadcasting, and then I'll watch it all in one big long weekend, and I'll enjoy it.
Okay. Speaking of Amazon, our next story. Yeah,
speaking of Amazon, we could have brought this up when I was talking about God of War 2018 earlier, but they have found their Kratos for the God of War TV show over on Amazon Prime.
And it's Thor.
And it's Thor from the God of War game anyway, but not playing Thor this time, which is amusing to me.
It is
kind of cool.
Funny. That's it.
Jordan and down the chat, John, if you go on the Fallout game show, you could win and fund XboxEra forever. I mean, there is that. I couldn't do it, man. I hate people. Ugh. Ugh. No thanks.
You haven't said his name for people who listen.
Yeah, I can tell you. I can tell you his name. The guy that played Thor Ragnarok, Ryan Hurst, is now going to be playing Kratos.
When I looked it up, he is Scottish and Polish. Perfect for a Greek god.
I mean, he hasn't quite got the nose, but he's got the beard and everything for me.
He looks like a Viking.
Like, the beard's good.
And it is set, it's the Norse mythology version of God of War. It's not.
I know.
Oh,
Greek.
is it really? They're not going to do the...
Nope, they're going right to Norse. Because they're trying to sell the games on PC and PlayStation.
They've cast a few of the others, I think, as well.
Well, there's a lot of rumors about it, but I don't remember if they've straight up said who they are online. But they're like Sif and Mimir and stuff. It looks like good casting.
I mean, it stands to reason it should be a really great show. Like, as long as it's done well with decent budget, and they...
That first point's very important, as long as it's done well.
Yeah, but as long as they also, like, don't... Oh, we're going to write a news story, and in our silver screen universe, Kratos is, you know, he's been through a lot. You know,
and Kratos falls in love with and has sex with Medusa.
You can press play on your remote and get it, and that's the sex mini game from the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all interactive cutscenes.
Lovely.
There was one other thing we can hit real quick, as we got the first look at a wardrobe test of Sophie Turner as Lara Croft. And it's pretty game accurate.
Yeah.
The
Which
boobs
is also
aren't
Amazon Prime.
they're not triangles.
They're not pointy enough.
And she is wearing the John Lennon shades for some reason.
Yeah.
Very 90s.
Yeah.
And suits.
But yeah.
Tomb Raider.
I don't know why they didn't. They should have put a couple of plastic cones in for accuracy.
Very, and like drawn pixels on them.
Like Madonna's outfit from one of her concerts. Just for that historical accuracy.
The show has Sigourney Weaver and Jason Isaacs and a whole bunch of other folks in it. So Amazon seems all in on the game adaptations, which is cool.
The thing that frustrates me...
Make her boobs pointy.
Man, it just... if only Amazon had done Halo.
If only anyone else had done Halo.
Anybody else.
Anyone else.
Because, like... And Machine XP says it in the chat. It's hilarious to see Sony decide to make their shows be a one-to-one of the current game entries. You're guaranteed an audience, and the people that love those games are going to talk about how amazing it is to see these moments on the big screen.
That's right. Even if it doesn't end up perfect or great, like, at least if you follow the game down to the letter, you have something. Like, you can at least go, well, that's what the game was. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Bing, bing, coffee delivery, not yet.
Yeah, I was about to say, I get the text message, but then... Yeah.
You have to wait. You have to wait for the appearance. There it is.
That cake.
Get out of here. Thanks for my coffee. Slam that door. Get out of work. Yeah, like, I don't know. Anyway, like Halo's over now. It's never come back.
You know who's come back, though?
This looks cool. Who's come back?
Bobby K, everyone's favorite.
Oh, yeah, he has come back.
Who?
Have you seen this, Nick? Bobby Kotick?
Oh, Bobby Kotick.
He's been in the news again this week in a report from Stephen Totillo over at GameFile, where he said some fucking crazy shit. And you're just like, what are you talking about, Bobby?
Defending himself in court?
Yeah. This is all to do with a lawsuit that's been filed by a Swedish pension fund.
They were the ones behind the gamer lawsuit.
Yeah. In Delaware, a Swedish gaming fund that has filed a lawsuit in Delaware in 2022 that alleges that Kotick rushed the sale of Activision Blizzard in 2021 to avoid the consequences of all of the sexual misconduct scandals that were swirling around the company at the time. They've sought to make their suit a class action and claim additional payments for shareholders, and to even invalidate and reverse the Activision Blizzard King
This
acquisition.
was the one that had the gamers come out and never won, never had any chance, was constantly shut down. It's really weird that it was a Swedish pension fund behind it.
Yeah, and rather than just, say nah to all of the allegations and defend and blah, 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 he assigns blame, according to Stephen Totillo here, and I'll put a link in the chat to his work, which you should go and read, because he is excellent at what he does.
What you can read, you will have to subscribe.
You'd have to pay
through his
to read the
Substack.
rest. But he assigns blame for the workplace scandals, the bad press, and even the lawsuit itself. He suggests that it's all Embracer Group's fault as a potential secret collaborator on the suit, or at least to him, a conspicuous potential beneficiary.
So he doesn't deny any of it.
He doesn't just deny, but he also says, hey, Embracer were behind all of this. And the full legal
Potentially behind all
team.
of this. We don't need him to sue us.
Yeah, true. His legal team wrote, this Delaware lawsuit was apparently aimed to help pave the way for Embracer to increase its foothold in the California market at the expense of Activision, making it more difficult for Activision to recruit talent and expand through merger and acquisition activity of the sort that Activision relied on to grow historically. Embracer did fire back at this, denying any claims like this, and told GameFile, aka Stephen Totillo, that it may in part be perhaps difficult to accept for Mr. Kotick, but we did not and do not need any help from a Swedish pension fund in competing with Activision. Ooh, shade. What a ridiculously silly story. There you go. There's more in there, but obviously you have to subscribe to Stephen Tortillo's GameFile, which, you probably should. Because he's one of the good ones that does good work. Next up in news, Grounded 2 got a big update coming to the private test server thingy that's added a whole ton of stuff, including a giant snake that acts as a train that you can jump on board and get around the world map, which is super cool. And we just want to talk about it because this giant snake looks wicked. Like, it literally just slithers around the garden, and you can hop on its back and ride it to different destinations like you would in a metro in GTA. It's kind of nifty. Really clever idea from the
I have not played
team.
Grounded, so I would not know.
It probably is not your jam, right? Survival crafting game. It's not
Probably not.
hugely your bag.
Not really.
Yeah. And then this one's doing the rounds today. Valve are back in the news because they've updated and tweaked and clarified their AI disclosure rule for Steam. This one's an interesting one. What's going on here? Jesse, what's happening with this? What? I'm trying to cue you up, come on. Help
So
me.
essentially the TLDR for developers is if it's generative images, sounds, or video, you must mark contains AI. If it's automating coding tasks and stuff like that, and more on the machine learning side, then you do not. Because otherwise, it kind of just incentivizes people to be untruthful, I guess, when you look at it from the outside. Because it's like, well, we've already had these tools well before the generative AI bullshit started. Why do I now have to market with the thing that's going to make everyone think I use generative AI? So,
look what happens when you lump everything into one descriptive bucket.
That's right.
It's interesting now because a lot of people are going to be like, well, this is going to give everyone an out, because of course all these games will be like, yeah, we haven't used any AI that will be playable and consumed by you, dear end product, but it gives them free rein to now use it however they like, right? Which is how it is actually happening in most bigger game development places across the world. Sorry, everybody. That is just how it is. And I'm not saying that people that don't use it are better. I'm not saying that people that do use it are bad. It's just how it is.
Where's how
It's
John
not as
deal
black
with
and white. It's not as black and white as everyone was making it out to be, where it's like, oh, well, if it's AI, it's slop and it's bad, and oh no, all AI is bad. It's like, you guys have to stop doing that, man. Like, life is not that black and white.
That is online social media discourse, though. People will always be looking to get engagement on the right side and the wrong side and various shades in between. There are people who are looking to get engagement and build a career off of this in some way when it comes to any discussion online.
Yeah, no, it's just like, but it makes it shit to have discussions about anything.
Yeah. It is shit.
It does.
Twitter is shit. You should not be on Twitter.
It makes it shit.
It's all shit. It's all shit and crap. Thank God we've got you lot here to keep us company and make us all feel better. Because, we love doing this show every week. So, no complaints from us. And none of you are AI, right? Right?
Never know.
Your eyes are...
Can we test the audience to see if they're AI?
Hytham has something shifty about him.
Can you run a poll quickly and let's just say, because AIs are meant to admit when they're AIs, let's just run a
First rule of robotics.
quick poll on the audience. Are you an AI chatbot? Let's find out. Let's see what happens.
It might turn out that most of our chat is AI.
I think we're about to see some interesting results.
Yeah.
Just take some time, chat. Just let us
Couple liars
know.
in there so far.
Are you an AI?
Yeah.
Wow, it's not looking good for us right now. 64%.
Most of our chat is AI.
This is about to become my show.
We should
The
call it,
Slotbox 365 show returns.
yeah, the Slotbox AI podcast.
Oh no.
AI in the chat. AI is the topics. The hosts are AI. You know what we should do? We should do what I've seen on Twitter where those people, have you seen it? How they just, it's like live motion capture and they just put another skin over themselves and it looks like legit. So it's like,
Do you mean like you're not talking you're talking about the deep fake tech where they are
the deep fake tech. So it's like, okay, so I'll be Henry Cavill for this podcast. You can be whoever you want to be, and Jesse can be whoever he wants to be.
God, can you imagine the trouble we get into? We load up the next time and we're all like really famous people.
Yeah, I'll pick Henry Cavill topless as my AI fucking avatar thing.
Yeah.
Great. Our views would skyrocket.
Try
and do my best Henry Cavill accent.
All right, let's check
build my PC.
those final votes. Like 47 people voted. 66% of the audience right now are apparently AI.
AI bots.
If you're an AI bot listening on Spotify right now, please do take some time out of your AI busy schedule to leave us a review. Maybe drop a comment on an episode or two. We really appreciate it. Thank you. It's like at the moment, Kat, my partner Kat has a rental car because we got a letter for her new car that was like, your car's illegal to drive. We were like, what? Apparently it's got some dodgy airbags that could explode at any moment. So she's been forbidden from driving it since before Christmas because they couldn't repair it till the 26th of January. So they've given us this Ford Cougar rental and it's got all the mod cons, touch screen and all of this stuff. And it's got a, voice command unit in it. You can be like, hey, play whatever music on Spotify.
Kuga Cougar?
Yeah, Kuga Cougar. But what we found is that if I ask it, I don't say please to the AI. I just say,
I do.
Hey, play 12 to 12 on Spotify, right? And
I don't say please when talking like that, but for some reason I type please.
But it never works for me if I don't say please. We've tested it, but when Kat does it and she says please, thank you, it every fucking time works. And I'm like, this is bullshit.
Yeah,
when they take over, I'm going to be all right.
They want us to be polite. Like, It's weird, yes. When I ask like the Google speakers or whatever, I don't say please. But when I type a prompt, whether it's to Adobe, whether it's to whatever, I say please for some reason. I don't know why. I can't help myself.
I think it's just nothing wrong with being polite. Nothing wrong with being polite.
You're being polite. You're being polite to nothing. There's no point to doing it.
MJ Fadeaway in the chat. Are you guys not gonna talk about the 60% less COD sales from that Bobby Kotick thing? I get it. If you think don't, it just seems to be big news for most of the gaming channels this week. I mean, I don't know about the number. Like, I haven't actually read any of the COD sales down news. Is that being bandied around?
I think he
apparently
said
it's down a fair bit.
He probably has.
I mean, we knew that they were down, right?
Yeah, and they expected to be down, but I doubt they expect to be down this much. But it is the thing that was the catalyst for changing, and they realize people want the different sub-franchises to rotate. They don't want the same sub-franchise 2 years in a row. But also, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was the biggest Call of Duty ever. And so, like, seven was never going to get there, even though 7's a better overall game. But 7 has a worse campaign, and that's what people who review things look at.
Let's have a look. Windows Central, I'll just put a link in the chat to their work. This is from Adam Howes, contributor over there. Bobby Kotick says Call of Duty sales are down more than 60% as he fights investor claims that Activision was sold to avoid accountability.
Yeah, he's trying to make it seem like we were right to sell it. See, that's fallen apart. Like, it's all part of court filings. It's the reason why he would talk about it.
Yeah. But what does he say? Let's have a look. Blah, 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 blah. The most eye-catching part of his defense focuses on Call of Duty. Kotick claims, today, given that console sales are at an all-time low and Call of Duty sales are off over 60% from the prior year, plaintiffs should be expressing extreme gratitude for the foresight Activision leadership demonstrated in consummating this transaction. So effectively, he's saying, you got paid and we sold at the right time for the biggest amount of money before it all went to shit. You should be grateful. That's effectively what he's saying. That's how I'm interpreting that.
I think there's an element of that to it. Like, I understand that I understand people's opinions on Bobby as a person and all that sort of stuff. And, you know, I've heard some things that aren't great.
Well, Seamus Blackley on this show told us some interesting things that were definitely not great. Go listen to that episode.
but I would argue that he's not, when it comes to business, he's not a dummy.
I'd agree with that.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was an element of selling before you know shit's going to hit the fan. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, you're only looking to sell once you think you can get the most money you'll ever be able to get. Or you're going to start really losing the ability to sell for that much money. Like, you're not looking to sell because things are just going to the moon.
But Bobby has been in the games business for a long time. So he must have some, I guess, foresight. Like,
he's got an instinct for it. Experience.
Yeah, he must have a little bit of instinct, and I wouldn't be surprised if he just was like, I think we're squeezing blood from a stone now. And I think the shit might just be about to hit the fan. He saw Vince Zampella was coming back to Battlefield, probably knew about that well in advance, wouldn't be surprised, and thought, ooh, okay, now Battlefield's going to give us some genuine competition too if Vince is coming back. Hey, fuck, you know what? Microsoft's offering this much on the dollar.
Let's go.
Oh, I'll take my parachute and sail off into the sunset and fucking thank your mother for the rabbits.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Like, I would, there's an element of, like, it was never going to, like, as soon as we saw that Black Ops 7 was announced and it would be future, like, the die was cast, in my opinion. Like, straight away, it's, it's reusing, it's a shorter turnaround time from the same team, right, effectively. It's not going to be as massive or as big. I think, overall, for the package, Black Ops 7 was still a really solid, like, amount of video game. But as so much in this industry seems to judge just purely on the campaign, it's a bit of an odd one. But regardless, it was always going to do much, much worse than Black Ops 6. Like, there was no way they were going to be singing the heavens. But you watch the marketing cycle for this year, I guarantee you, Infinity Ward will be tackling all of that boots back on the ground, gritty realism, mil sim, and it will be like people that love COD will be all over it fucking again, and it will be a really solid campaign because they've had 4 fucking years to work on it, and then it will be a massive seller again. It's not going to be anywhere near GTA for fuck's sake, but that's the year it's releasing. So what can you do? I do find it interesting though. Like, that's a huge drop compared to last year. 60% is a lot, but there's no source for that outside of Bobby. Is it accurate? Wouldn't surprise me that it is, but yeah. Interesting. But no, thank you very much for bringing that to our attention.
Stopping John
MJ
from
Fadeaway.
weaseling out of his Xbot behavior.
Yeah. Xbox rules. There you go. And I think that's all the news, pretty much. So we'll spend some time now thanking the people that matter the most, which is you guys. Everybody that's watching right now, everybody that supports us either on Patreon or via a YouTube membership, everybody that hops in and hangs out with us in the chat or drops a message on the forums. We love all of you guys. We couldn't do this without you. One of the benefits of being a Patreon or YouTube member, I think, is that you get access to the Patreon lounge on the Discord and the forum. And in there, you get to test us with community questions every week. And we're going to go through some of those thoughts and theories right now.
What are we doing?
People in the crowd want game show time.
I ad-libbed all of that shit just to perfectly segue into Nick going, Hytham asks, but nah, what are we doing? What?
Why? But where was I was waiting for us to thank the patrons.
That was the entire thing. He was thanking patrons.
But it was like 2 seconds.
No, that was about 20 or 30 seconds.
Oh, wow. Gee. What? Well, fuck, man.
Nick,
Don't they feel loved?
Won't even fly
It's
to
a show.
patrons.
Introducing segments is generally pretty short, and we've already run our Patreon thank you video. Nick?
Yeah,
I know, but like... I mean,
look,
it's
bro,
weird.
I'm all for you calling me out if I shortcut this shit, but that was not a shortcut thank you. That was a heartfelt and genuine gratitude. It was. If you loved the patrons, you'd fly to LA this year and hang out with them all.
Oh, sit in the plane and then go
patrons.
get free food from Tom Henderson and meet my friends.
I love that. Listen
from
to you.
Liverpool.
Oh, if you love the patrons, says the guy whose ticket's being paid for by the fucking patrons. Oh, if you love the patrons. And the only reason I'm not there doesn't even have anything to do with money, because I was going to pay for it myself.
The business would cover you getting out there.
Not business class.
I just told you, it's not the money.
But you brought up the money. But you
It's
brought
the
it up.
lack of love for the patrons. That's the issue at heart of this here.
We're going to lose patrons over them thinking you guys are actually arguing.
It's flying to fucking Greece literally 2 days after I'd be coming back. And I'd have to ask work for more time. I'm already taking over a month. Lucky I've got long service leave, because otherwise I wouldn't even be able to go to Greece. It's a lot involved for me to go to both things. Next year, I'll be there. And I'll pay for it myself. The patrons, I don't even have to take any of the patrons' money.
XboxEra will be millionaires all by next year. Don't worry about it. We got this.
Yeah, I get to take a rocket jet.
Like I said, I'm not even using the patrons' money. That is how much I love the patrons. I'm not being like, hey guys, can you pay for my flight to LA? I will pay for my flight to LA.
Darren Cool in the chat. Nick zoned out because John was speaking. Just admit it.
As always.
We've made it through the entire background song without ever getting to the first question.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so as all our patrons have known over the last 6.5 years, the greatest perk of being a patron, outside of seeing my face each week, is that you get to ask us community questions, which I read on the show because of my soothing Australian tone.
Twang.
The nasally Australian
Good day,
twang.
mates. How you doing? Okay, we have some mates. Super chat.
Is there?
Skedaddle.
From Skedaddle. Eidos Montreal. Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Well, we didn't want you
The
to start
Eidos
getting
Montreal
into the rigmarole.
Well, hold on. You can verify, thank you very fucking much. Tom Henderson, who may or may not be in the chat, can verify, thank you very fucking much. That quadruple A Eidos Montreal game that Insider Gaming is reported on, I've known about that game and had screenshots and video for nearly 3 years of said game. Jesse knows that's fucking true because he's seen the screenshots and the video because I sent them to Jesse. And I'm like, I'm not allowed to link this. I've just been given this and I'm not allowed to link it. Project 11. And I sent a couple of things to Tom saying, bro, I've known about this for years. How are you all? I heard it was cancelled. And then he's like, oh, no, I think this game is back on. I think it's the one that I described. No, I've described it on the show before where I said it reminded me of Everwild when I saw it. It reminded me a little bit of Everwild.
But, you know, being an
you're riding a big
game and
you're riding a big elk. You're riding a big elk. But the person that sent it to me, they said it's more like a Monster Hunter-y game. Apparently. But again, this is like nearly 3 years ago. I'd have to look through the DM, but yes. Tom should have just reached out. He should know better. He's obviously not a very good reporter.
They're too busy pissing off WWE and 2K.
Tom's clearly not a very good investigative journalist. Okay. Community questions. To the form. First? Yeah? Form. It's so true, Jesse. As soon as I put up all the stuff at the last minute, look how many fucking questions we get.
Because everyone's got all their things they've seen throughout the week, and they see it, and they immediately write instead of forgetting.
Yet I'll do it like 4 days in advance. Oh, you got like 5 questions. I do it the day before, 73 questions.
Yeah. Oh, also, you didn't make fun of Tom Henderson for saying that Prince of Persia was going to be out yesterday. Got it wrong.
Did he say that?
He said January 16th.
Oh, wow. Did he really? Well, I guess he's a fraud and liar who makes shit up and throws shit at a wall to see what sticks. Oh, discredited forever. We're going to ignore everything else that's come beforehand and just focus on this one thing that was inaccurate. That's how it works, isn't it?
Yes.
Yep. So anyone asking,
J-Fold.
I literally have asked Ubisoft PR, hey, if you're going to be putting this game out, we'd love to cover it.
Yeah.
But
I
they
said
have
to
not sent it
Jesse,
to
I'm
us.
like, have we got Prince of Persia secretly? Can I have a code? Can I please have a code for Prince of Persia?
Yeah, man. Like, and the funny thing is, like, all three of us want to play it again. And, like, I would like to review it. Jesse wants to review it.
I don't want to review it. I just want to play it.
But also, I'm aware that, like, we both want to play and review Black Flag. So it's like, oh, do I give up Sands of Time and make sure I definitely get Black Flag? And
I'd love to play Sands of Time again. I loved Sands of Time.
I love that whole trilogy, man. Love that whole trilogy.
So good. I don't think there's a bad Prince of Persia game. Jay Foley. Starting with beginning of the developer direct, what game do you guys think starts the show, then goes second, and then ends the show? Then tell me your final guesses of the surprise game and where it fits in the show. Good day / night, guys.
Beast of Reincarnation, surprise game, Forza Fable.
If the rumored surprise game really is Kiln, then yes. You can't open with that and you can't close with that. So it has to be second.
Yeah. I'm like 100% with Jesse here. Beast of Reincarnation, Kiln, Forza Horizon 5,
Forza,
Fable.
and then Fable. Yeah, that's probably the order. Although I could see opening with one of the Playground games.
Yeah, open with Forza, Beast, Kiln, Fable. That is also
Fable.
a fair one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Because Forza's a known quantity. We know it's going to look fantastic. We just
know
don't
it's
know
going to be
how
amazing.
fantastic. Yeah.
It is the biggest thing there. Though.
Yes. We know that it's going to like outsell fucking everything else combined. Like it's just going to be such a massive game.
Did you see that Forza Horizon 5 like outsold?
Yeah, I know.
It was
Sony's
downloaded.
Oh, okay. So physical
list.
copies.
Top
Fair.
downloaded list in the UK and in Europe. It was above Ghost of Yotei.
But lots of people buy
but
physical.
Yeah,
So.
But didn't you guys see the
really.
other rumor?
Oh.
Didn't you guys see the other rumor?
What was the other rumor?
Forza Horizon 6, day one on PS5.
But they said they specifically said it's not going to be
That it is coming.
Yeah, I
straight
know.
away when they announced it. So
I know.
why would
September.
that be a rumor?
Because people don't.
Because the
pay
person
attention.
who made up that rumor just pulled it from their ass for engagement.
Ah.
Sorry,
Sorry, mate.
me.
You sounded like you had a really bad illness there for a minute.
Excuse me.
God bless you. Gesundheit.
Next question. The Cucumbo. Hello, all. I hope you had a good new year, and the January blues haven't been affecting you too bad. It's summer here. Just wanted to
still
say
January.
I've been enjoying. I know, but like there's no January blues for me. It's hot.
Some people might hate
right
it
now,
when it's hot. Unlike Marilyn
it's
Monroe.
11 a.m. and it is 24 degrees Celsius outside.
God,
Beautiful.
I want to be there so bad.
Beautiful. You keep telling me to fly everywhere. Why don't you come here?
Yeah, man, if but I could.
Just wanted to say, I've been enjoying the tweaks to the headlines format as well. Always a great show.
Thanks.
This
Hey,
week
Nick.
has seen a lot of... What?
Sorry, I completely cut you off there, but guess what the temperature
What?
was here today in Celsius in Florida?
15.
24.
In winter?
Yeah. It's Florida, man. We're tropical. Now
Oh
tomorrow
my God.
it's normally about 15 Fahrenheit below that in the colder side. And we are back down to like 17, 18 tomorrow.
20. I wish I could get 24 in winter here. I think the highest
sucks.
we've ever gotten is like 21, and that's in August as winter is ending. This week has seen a lot of discourse around the radio silence for High Guard, and I wanted to hear your thoughts on how video game marketing as a whole has changed lately. Are big traditional ad campaigns still worthwhile, or are more titles at the mercy of word of mouth and streamer collabs, amongst other things? Have a great rest of the month.
We were talking about this pre-show, and it is essentially when it's a free-to-play game, it really does just make the most sense. Your big ad campaign is right when people can actually just go play
Yeah.
it. You don't have to pay any
Download
money.
now.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, and High Guard is one of those games that also attracts that black and white discussion of no, it's either you're a fuckhead
fucking
or
thing either,
no,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So here's the thing. What I see to me, I think what I'm taking a guess now. My guess is the team wanted to do what happened with Apex. Just one day, everyone woke up and Apex was just there. So the streamers had been playing it a couple of days in advance, but Apex for the rest of us just appeared. It just fucking appeared one day, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, what the fuck? How good is this?" And my guess is that the High Guard team probably wanted to achieve the same thing for High Guard, but then Jeff jumped in and was like, "Nah, this game's cool. I'll give you a spot on our show." And everyone just assumed that this team paid the $10 billion to have the finale of Jeff's show. And went, well, fuck, man, if they're spending $10 billion to market at Jeff's show, why have you guys gone radio silent now?
Yeah, it's
But I don't think the
unfortunate.
team... I think Jeff has screwed them over unintentionally. Unintentionally. I don't think he was trying to hurt them. He probably played it, saw it, thought it was fucking sick, and was like, man, you know what? I'm just going to give you a spot on my show free of charge because I think this game looks so fucking cool. Are you going to say no? Like,
No, of course not.
yeah. But then, of course, the internet being the way it is, everyone was like, man, you had a fucking... You ended the Game Awards and then we haven't fucking heard from you. Why is this game about to get cancelled?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
The unfortunate thing is, if this trailer had been midway through the Game Awards show, no one would be talking about it in the way that they're talking about it. But there is this assumption that it disappointed because it's a hero shooter and no one likes those anymore, as millions of people play hero shooters every fucking day, dressed up as crazy characters and stuff. Like, how about there's a part of me that's just like, well, it's coming. Let's just wait and then we'll know when it's playable. And if it's bad, then you can all be like,
Here's a tweet to read.
What's the tweet?
Tom Henderson. You can really tell who got invited to the High Guard event and who didn't with all the takes about its marketing.
You reckon that, like, is there an event?
He seems to be saying there is an event.
Well,
he's
that's what
wrong
I mean.
all the time now.
That is true. He's full of shit.
Yeah.
Now, what am I saying? He's the biggest journalist in the world. I guess it's just a case of what we got. A week, and then we'll know. We'll know whether it's good. We'll know whether it's bad. We can try it for ourselves. Like, whatever.
Yeah, but it comes out on a Monday, oddly enough.
The 26th, isn't it? Something like that, yeah.
If my memory is correct.
Hey, maybe it's in the developer direct. It's another...
Oh my God, could you
It's
imagine?
the 5th secret game.
It's coming to Game Pass with skins.
Yeah. Look, I hope for their sake it's good. Like, when I saw the footage and I saw, like, from the makers of Titanfall, they said
Titanfall and Apex Legends, yeah?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, shit, okay. So we know we're going to get, like, some kind of ambitious, whether it's movement, combat, this, that, the other. I thought it looked promising.
Yeah, a 5v5 raid
Shut the fuck up,
shooter.
time to dance. Creed and Eve tips 100. Thanks for the spoiler, Nick and John. So a bean for both.
What? We've got to do a
What
bean?
just happened? What just happened?
Creed and
What just
Eve has
happened?
tipped $100. He says, thanks for
Holy
the spoiler, Nick and John. So a bean
Spoiler?
for them both.
What did we spoil?
Dev Direct game.
Oh.
Thank you very much, Creed and Eve.
Last week.
I'm just gonna.
I mean,
I've been looking forward to having a bean again.
It's been a little while.
I'm gonna get
For anyone
one.
who's wondering,
I don't want a brown
$50,
one.
and you can choose
Okay.
which of us has a bean. Got the PayPal link in the chat.
This
I
is
think-
an almost clear one.
Yeah, John's what, peach or barf, I think.
It looks. It's either that or strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish. Either way, it's
Mine
potentially
is
bad.
almost clear, and it has like the lightest blue speckles that I can see in there.
And a $3.33 cent tip from Calzels, who says, Bean Dance. He's excited for beans.
I'm not looking forward
Alright.
to this. Haven't had to do this in a while, but thank you very much.
John is chewing. He's looking fine. Nope. Maybe not.
No, I'm okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what
if
this
it's
is.
peach, peach is very subtle.
Yeah, it took a while. I was like, "What are you going to be?"
Okay, I fixed it. You should be able to hear these things now.
Thank you. Yeah, we
It's
wondered what
'cause-
was going on then.
It's because of the when Amanda's
I think
playing, she
this
doesn't like hearing
might be
everything.
tutti fruity.
Thank you for the delicious bean.
You
I
would know
enjoyed
if
that.
it was Stinky Socks, Nick. You would know it's the worst one. Like Stinky Socks literally almost made me throw up while eating it.
I think
and
this is tutti. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not that bad.
the thing we know is Nick does not have taste buds
Yeah.
because he never knows what he's eating.
It's because the colors, they need to be more definitive
But
in their
Tutti Frutti
coloring.
is just very fruity, and Stinky Socks is fucking disgusting
But that's the thing. This was neither of those things.
because your taste
I
buds
think
are broken.
your mouth is just broken, bro.
man.
Thank you for the delicious bean, and we apologise for the spoiler. Well, we don't know if it's a spoiler. That's the theory that
We
everyone's
don't know.
running
It's
around
it's
with.
the
I have
rumor.
no
It's
idea.
not confirmed.
It's
So
the
confirmed.
boom and not confirmed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
It's the not confirmed bill.
Nick is full of shit. Oh wait, no.
And when I do it, it feels real good. Oh,
It
see
does
how I
feel
just
real good to take a shit.
tied it up. It does. And it feels
amazing.
even better to make things up for clout.
It's painful to admit it though.
To admit
Oh,
what?
dear.
To admit what?
That you make things up.
Anyway, I don't eat Vegemite, Gentlestone.
I've smelled Vegemite. I've never eaten it.
Vegemite's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Actually, if one of those beans was Vegemite flavored, then you'd see a fucking reaction out of me.
That would be a war crime. They're not allowed to do that.
Next question is from Tiberius Monk. Hello, XboxEra. As we approach episode 300, a journey filled with great content, great banter among the hosts, and the occasional disgusting jelly bean, I wanted to share
What
a few
timing?
thoughts.
You mentioned jelly beans right as you eat
Yeah.
them.
Oh,
Yeah.
it wasn't
I am
disgusting, but yeah.
I am currently playing Divinity Original Sin 2 and Clair Obscur Expedition 33, and I am thoroughly enjoying both. However, I find myself longing for a shorter video game as a palate cleanser. To that end, I plan to play Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, part of the Castlevania Dominus collection, which consists of 3 Nintendo DS Castlevania titles, Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, and Order of Ecclesia, which is church in Greek. Ecclesia, which is probably what it's supposed to be. I wish the video game industry would produce shorter games to accommodate the busy schedule of most players while still fostering a strong sense of accomplishment. My request to you, as hosts, is to describe how you would design a short game within an existing franchise, one that would both be enjoyable and concise. Congratulations on approaching episode 300. Bring back short video games. Take care and ciao. Fuck yeah, bring back short video
would say
games.
there's never been more short video games.
Yeah.
What's your definition of short?
5 to 10 hours.
There's where are all these 5 to 10 hour
If you're just
games?
looking at AAA, even they sort of hit out at
What do you mean?
30 now.
Why are you asking me if I'm looking at AAA? I'm the dude that doesn't play AAA.
I know that, and most AA and shorter, like they're mostly shorter. You only end up having an incredibly long time in a lot of games because of your OCD and having to 100% them.
45 hours in Prince of Persia.
Like, yeah, I literally had 12 hours in Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time and had like a 93% map clear. I beat Alan Wake in like 11 hours, and both of those were incredibly long for you.
71 hours in Mario plus Rabbids.
Yeah, like I'm looking at this and I'm like, how would I design it? Like, if I think back to like the 360 gen, and like most campaigns were like FPS campaigns were like 5 to 6 hours. I still think that that's mostly true nowadays for first-person shooters.
Metal Eden was like 4 hours, and people lost their shit because it was like $50-$60.
And it's only really like the big tentpole AAA. Sony does this a lot. That really go for like, and I'm talking not that isn't a massive turn-based RPG or something like that. They go for a really long 20-30 hour going run through, and
like Death Stranding 2 and Yote are 30 to 50 hours. For most people.
That is too long in my humble opinion. Like, and I much prefer 4 or 5 hours in a world. Yeah. There are some games that I will happily extend that time if it's excellent. Like
Blueprints.
I spent 80 hours in Blueprints. Like, that's insane. And you could say that, but
but again, as I've said before, though, you spent 80 hours. Because you spent the 80 hours.
Yes.
The game didn't make you do it.
Quite correct.
The game does
That's
really
the
want you
difference.
to do it, though. Like, it is built around that. You can, but credits are
you
fine.
could decide where to complete. You could be like, I found the room 46. That's the end, but it's not the end. Like, but like, I certainly like. I saw someone in the chat earlier on talking about it's the Sotness Stairs, Jusant, Sword of the Sea, 3 to 5 hours long. Mm-hmm. Those are the sorts of things, and there's so much coming this year that kind of ticks that box.
I bet you replaced is close to that. Like, I can't imagine that it's more than 10, 15.
I'm just thinking about Replace, and I'm wondering if it's going to be a bigger game than we all suspect.
Because it's not just like an action game. And there is more to it with the story stuff and whatnot, but I bet you it's still not like friggin', it's not a long game. Like, I don't think 15 hours is long.
15 hours in reality is 3 to 4 sessions across a week.
Yeah, it's nothing.
And that's okay.
And Nick, you put that into friggin' Rocket League and Fortnite every week. You can just maybe not play Fortnite a little bit when it's a bad season, and bam, you've got Replace done in a week.
He's right.
It's not. I don't know how to explain it. It's not.
he's
It's
right.
not.
You are weird. You don't have to explain it. We know.
It's not about being weird. Like, if I'm playing one of those games, then I know that I need to be able to sit there for like a long time. Like, you can't just like, oh, put in an hour and then go. Like, you need to sink into it, and I don't always have that. And yes, I may end up sinking into Rocket League, but I haven't necessarily come into Rocket League thinking I'm going to sink 5 hours. It's just how the time goes. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it.
There are so many games that you can always find something that's probably going to fit your schedule. It's just annoying if a game you really want to play doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, what would the question actually was? Describe
well,
how
we
you would
do.
design a short game within an existing franchise.
Halo survival horror that's 10 to 15, depending on how much you want to do, of being a human trying to avoid the flood.
Yeah, you could.
I don't think survival horror needs to be that long, but it
How
should
long was
promote.
ODST?
6 hours.
Yeah, if you know what to do,
5
it
hours?
wasn't very long. Yeah, but it's also the worst one. Hey, Gunny. Fucking guy.
It was not. It was like the best one.
Voice acting from that one guy was so bad it made it the worst. I'm sorry.
No.
I don't make the rules.
Expandalones are the answer. First Light, Infamous First Light, Gears Hive Busters, Forza Horizon 2 presents
Hivebusters didn't
Fast
have
and
an
the
ending.
Furious.
Still pisses me off.
Expandalones are fantastic. They are, to me, I want
Like-
that to be the future.
007 First Light coming out later on this year, right? Like, if that game's over 20 hours long, I think that's a mistake.
Oh, me too. Me too.
That is
If
Amish
it's 10
AI.
to 12, I'll be very
Redfall is
pleased.
still exclusive! Exclamation point.
Yeah.
Thank you for the 666.
Yeah,
Love
the
it.
best game.
And it's funny, ODST was the worst. It was still great. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just the one I go back to the least.
I love everything about ODST. Everything. The music, incredible. The moody visual, like
It
the
was a
visual
vibe.
style,
Yeah.
incredible. I love the hub. I love that it wasn't an open world. It was a hub, and you're discovering the clues of what happened to the team, and then you relive that. Everything about ODST from the top down was just amazing. Everything
wanted to be a
about that
Spartan.
way that game was executed. I loved it so
I want
much.
to be a regular guy.
I just love the concept of it. And, oh, yeah, look, I found this broken helmet. And then, shoop, you flash back to the memory of what happened and how that broken helmet got there, and you live it out. I fucking loved it. It was so great.
Like, I put a bunch of games in kind of like, not the AAA space, but like smaller games. Like when the team got together and put a list of games. I don't know if anyone's read it. You can read it on
We can't
XboxEra.com.
tell anymore. You hit it, John.
Right now. There you go. But like, think about like, I'm just gonna shout out names, right? But these are some of the games that I am personally looking forward to this year that I know I'm going to play.
And I'll shout out how long I think they are.
Shorter experiences. Mouse PI for hire.
15 hours.
Darwin's Paradox from Konami.
6 hours.
Super Meat Boy 3D. 100 hours.
The first time through 2 hours, full 100% complete 350 hours.
Yeah, probably, right? Aphelion, which is the new Don't Nod one. I think that's going to be
9 hours.
about 8 to 12. Yeah, something like that. Directive 8020. I'm not looking forward to that one, but that's a survival horror. So.
They're about 10 hours at the most.
Yeah.
Long.
What else have we got? Like, I'm like, if you're sitting here thinking I want to play shorter games, you've got the co-op Hella, the little mouse one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wow.
You've got Mugenics coming to Steam. That
Bet you
doesn't
that's
look like
like
it's going
50 hours.
Yeah, it's going to eat your life away. I'm going through Chengiz's massive bulk
Oh, no.
of
games.
strange games.
Yeah.
No Ghosts at the Grand. That's coming later this year.
I'd say
Not sure what that's going to end up
15-ish.
being.
It's got so many genres in it, you don't know. Like, if you can,
Yeah.
you might be able to get lost in renovating the hotel.
Racoin is coming later this year.
4 hours.
Yeah.
Tiberius, to try and answer the question a little more directly, I actually pitched a game many years ago to ID at Xbox. So I reached out to Chris Charlo via NeoGAF. That's how far back we're going.
Jesus.
And he's like, why don't you submit your game? And I did. I had a design document, had an idea, had everything, and I pitched it to ID at Xbox, sent it all in. I mean, I think it's been long enough where I can talk about it. If it was NeoGAF days,
It's called High on Life. It's about
well over 15 years.
Using us for drugs.
So the idea I had for my video game essentially kind of happened with Hitman. So I had pitched a GoldenEye spiritual successor where the game was episodic. You don't have to have, like, you can just buy little piecemeal episodes and you do these little missions. It wasn't GoldenEye, but it was like GoldenEye. So it was a stealth-based first-person shooter thing with a lot of, like, you do assassinations and take out everyone in this area. So you'll have just a small area and you can just take everyone out, complete the mission, and that's it. Each thing can just be its own little standalone episodic mission, and you can buy other ones if you want to. And they'll release. And this was like years before that stuff started to become normal. And I remember pitching it at the time, and Xbox was like, "This fucking sounds cool. Can you send us a demo of your game?" I was like, what? What demo of what game? And I had nothing because I wasn't a developer or anything like that. I just had a really fucking cool idea. And then after that, not long after that, fucking how many episodic games did we start seeing come out? It's like, man, I'm fucking ahead of the game again. I'm just always ahead of the game in this fucking industry. Someone needs to give me a studio. You gotta let me run a studio, man.
We'll get right on that.
Kojima production.
Need to get me a studio. Albert Pinello, he said it. He's like, man, you've got good instincts. You got good insights into the industry. I'm like, bro, I know. I just wasn't lucky enough to trip over and fall into a job in gaming like a lot of people are. Oh well, what do you do? Go and find my posts. They're there. I knew Nintendo's path for success 3 years before the Switch was even revealed. I'm just saying the posts are still there. Where I knew Nintendo's path forward for success 3 years before they launched the Switch. And now
just
look at
code
Nintendo.
vibe it with AI, mate. You can make it.
And look at Nintendo now. They're flying. Anyway. Next question. Parksy 1972. Hey guys. Every week I try to think of a question and can never come up with anything. Then, when I get to listen to the podcast, usually on Mondays, and I think of a question. Anyway, just wanted to say thank you for the content you put out. I especially love the longer episodes. So cheers, Nick, for all the tangents. Also, I looked back through my YouTube history, and the first episode I watched of yours, when I could watch live, was episode 22.
Wow.
It's amazing to see just how far you have come in that time. Here's to many more years of one of my favorite podcasts about nobody's favorite console, Xbox.
Thanks, Parksy.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks,
very
mate.
nice. I don't even remember when I started. It was like 60 or 70.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I
It wasn't long
can't
after
remember.
we started going weekly, I think.
I can't remember. Machine XP in the chat. Nick's a big ideas guy, and that's where it all starts and stops. Well, yeah, I'm not a developer. But for my game, I had done a full-on pitch document and everything. It was like there was a lot to it, too. But yeah, I'm not a dev. I couldn't do anything myself. Maybe if only I had AI back then, and I could have vibe coded a demo to show to ID at Xbox. And maybe you'd all be playing my game. What was the name of it?
You just
I had a
pay
name.
$10. You get access to Grok. You say, Grok, please make me this game. And you give him the document.
Have I still got my pitch document somewhere?
And then he just ends up
I'd love to have a
taking your
look,
profile
Nick.
picture and has you nude.
It was a good idea. And then games started becoming episodic not long after.
And
Like
speaking
all
of
of a sudden,
episodic
everyone
games,
started doing episodic stuff.
literally the one you mentioned, I gave you a copy of. Surprised you hadn't started.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I haven't, man. I haven't done any. I haven't played any games for like nearly a week. I had like 2 matches of Fortnite, I think yesterday or the day before,
Hurts my feelings.
and that was it.
It was very nice
had
to
to
give you
get-
that game.
Bit more of a look at Kim K.
You could be looking at Agent 47's bald head.
I'll give it a go. I will give it a go.
It's literally, you always say how much you love stealth. It's the best stealth game.
I'll try it.
Just save all the time. Put it on easy. Have fun. You can try and do everything perfect. There's like 70 different ways to kill people.
Yeah,
or
I'll
just
try
have
it.
fun and go through everything once. It's amazing. One of the best things
I'll
ever
give
made.
it a go. Is it playable via cloud?
I have no idea. It's play anywhere.
Oh,
it's
wait,
in
it's
the-
play anywhere.
Yeah. It's
I'll take
playable
my
via,
ROG.
Yeah, it's playable via your handheld, and I bet you it probably runs pretty well on there.
I just bought this for my Republic of Games.
Hey, I did a video for one of those earlier this week.
I just bought this for my Asus Republic of Gamers Xbox LAX Windows 11 handheld gaming PC device.
In which you installed SteamOS.
I begrudgingly have Steam on there.
Oh, you should. I mean, you should have all the launchers. There's no point not to.
Yeah, but Steam can suck my
Steam
ass.
pissed me off in a way it will never piss any of you off, where when you're reviewing something on it, cloud saves rarely work. Because you have
Are you telling me Steam didn't piss me off during my fucking review of Cosmic Invasion?
Yeah, when
it gets...
with the way Steam
What?
works with to let people know what you get beta builds. So we get a version of a game that lets you access Steam betas. There's a code from the developer, gives you that review build. And those review builds almost never have cloud saves. So I can't jump, even though things I'm reviewing might work great on this, I can't get my save on there unless I go and I get the actual save file and copy it. Pain in the ass.
But for
And
me,
then-
it was giving me problems with controls as well.
That too. Yeah, because they can throw
Like, it
whatever
just-
they want up there. There's no quality control.
Oh my god, it was pissing me
Yeah.
off
And
so
those,
much. I'm like,
those beta builds are generally very bad. And right up
Fucking
until
hate
launch,
Steam,
and then they patch them for what you're going to play. That's the main reason I hate Steam. Hi, Boots.
just
That's Gizmo.
rename
Boots
Steam
number 2.
Stockholm Syndrome, the PC launcher. Next question. CJAD93. Happy weekend, guys. I have a quick comment / question for each of you this week. First for John. Going back to last week's discussion about Forza Horizon, I believe pronouncing Edinburgh as Edinburgh is a northern thing, as myself
Edinburgh.
and everyone I know pronounce it this way.
Yeah.
Edinburgh.
I did
Edinburgh.
not say
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh last. I said Edinburgh.
It's pronounced.
Edinburgh.
It's spelled Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
that's the hilarious. Like you give that to a Yank that doesn't know, and they'll go Edinburgh, but it's not.
It's sort of like Worcester.
Yeah, I grew up
Or-
in New England, and so
Worcestershire.
Worcester, Massachusetts, everyone says Worcester when they're not from Massachusetts.
Well, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Leicester. It's like Leicester, right? If you see Leicester spell out, it's like Leicester.
like Leicester.
Yeah, Leicester, but it's Leicester.
Yeah.
Fucking English
Absolutely.
language, man.
It's
English
stupid.
language is fucked.
Old English
It's
was
such
really
a fucked
weird.
language. I love that dude's TikTok videos where he's teaching someone English, and he's like, "What's this word?" And he'd be like, "bow," and it's B-O-W. He's like, "Bow." He's like, "Yes," and then he's like, "And what's this word?" And it would be like another word spelled
Ow.
similarly but not pronounced the same. And then he's like, "No."
Yeah,
And then he
yeah.
explains to him that it's something else, and then and it's like, man, it just highlights how fucking stupid the English language is, man. Seriously. Okay, that was the question for John. Second for Jesse. How old is Oreo?
There she goes. I held her next to Oreo so he could sniff, and she doesn't like it. I think he was around 1 when we got him about 3 years ago. So roughly 4 or so. He's a big boy. She's a very tiny girl,
Okay.
but she's also a real jerk. Her mom was feral for Jojo over there, but Oreo was a nice little boy who the Mrs. X had, but wasn't able to take care of the right way, wasn't getting along with the other cat, and so he came over here, and he's a very chillaxed boy, and though he doesn't get along great with her, he really wants to. He wants to get along with her, but she's an asshole.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got my cat when she was 6 months old because no one else would adopt her because she was bigger than all the little kittens. So she was just left there for months, and I'm like, I felt bad. So I was like,
And now
"Oh,
you
we'll
hate
take her. Yeah. Now I wish something would happen
Nope.
to her.
That's mean, dude.
I will ban
so that
you.
we can get a Jackapoo. A Jack Russell cross with the poodle. Lastly for Nick. Where in Greece are you going on holiday? My wife and I are potentially looking at going to Rhodes next year. Have you been there yourself? I have not been to Rhodes. I know we're going to spend some time in Crete.
Before you answer this Greece question, I know this is going to be at least 15 minutes, so I'm just going to take this opportunity to pop to the little boys' room. Be right back.
See, I normally just go and I don't make a big show of it. Like,
yeah, I know. I don't
take a
announce
piss.
that he's taking a piss. Like I said to you guys earlier, just need to step away for a second. Now I didn't go to the toilet. It turns out my coffee machine broke, so I am fucking gutted. I'm hoping it fixes itself, but it's broken at the moment. It means I have to buy another one. Yes, so we'll be landing in Athens, and I think we're spending a bit of time in Athens. Glyfada is the part of Athens that we'll be in, which is where we were last time we went to Greece. There's a hotel where my mum knows the fucking owner or some shit, and we just stay there because they're friends with them. So we'll be in Glyfada for nearly a week. I know we're doing Crete. We should be doing Milos. I've never been to Milos. I've never been to Crete. So the last time we went to Greece, we did Santorini, Zakynthos, Kefalonia.
oh, Nick, I'll be right back. I got to take a wicked shit.
So yeah, so
That's why
they're the ones
every
I
time he
know
gets
of.
pulled away from it, it's because his kids, they have to announce everything they're doing. They got it from him.
Yeah.
I get it.
So yeah, I don't know the order of the places we're going to be at, but we're going to be in Greece for like over a month. So we're going to be there a while. So it's going to be an expensive trip. But I'm kind of looking forward to it. Like we're going at the peak heat time as well. Like June, July is like when it's at its hottest. So I'm looking forward to that. I should, like the first podcast I do, when I just realized, what the fuck am I going to do about the show? Shit. I'll have my Mac with me and obviously my phone, so I could still theoretically do the show. It'll just be, I have to hope my internet is decent, and I have to hope for a lot of things. I won't have a decent microphone, sadly. Oh, I could bring those wireless ones, Jesse. They won't. They might not sound as good as this does.
They'll
but
sound better than
fucking-
like a webcam or something, though.
Yeah, they'll sound better than nothing. Yeah, I might still be able to be on the show, and you'll see a nice tanned Nick
mate,
wearing...
I've got to go.
Not
the
much.
cats want a treat. I'll be right back.
Oh, well, there you go. So now you've got just me. So there'll be a chance that I'll be like all nice and tanned and wearing not much because it'll be so hot, and you'll have a nice background, a nice very Athenian or very Mediterranean background on the podcast. It could be really good, I reckon. But I'm expecting temperatures in the mid to high 30s like every day, which I think could be very, very nice. And supposedly John is supposed to be meeting me there. So John's too fucking lazy. John's too fucking lazy and tight to come all the way to Australia, but expects me to go everywhere on my own money. So the least I could do was get him to like jump over to Greece from the UK for a little bit. Didn't you say you're going to try and go?
I would love to take my kids on holiday this year, yeah.
It's like next door.
Like, just what you understand, I earn like $1,000 a month.
You could pick up your son and throw him over to Greece. It wouldn't cost that much. Catch a train.
We'll see.
Catch an Uber. Just take an Uber to Greece.
I feel like that would be more expensive than a flight.
Yeah, it could be.
And then what happens to both the website and the podcast when you're both on vacation?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some people, like there's Scourge in the chat. Scourge, I might be able to meet Scourge 666 because he's from Greece. And a couple of other Greek fans of ours.
So,
Might catch up with them and go to...
You'll have to hide your wallet.
What?
You told me that.
Yeah. Go to the Bouzoukia in Greece
Bazooka.
and have some seafood. Souvlakia. Okay. That was the form. Now we're going to the forum.
Which has way more somehow.
Oh my god. Okay. Jesse, brother. I'm getting sweaty because it's like getting fucking hot outside. Happy podcast 297, you mother slopping aquatic mammals. Damn, Jess. This week's title was tough, I bet. Because you had to settle on a game I know you hated.
I really didn't want it. I really didn't want it. It was him and his name.
Did you not like Echo? I know you said it was hard.
No. I said no one's going to care about Echo and that we're not going to pull any audience in. And I was right.
Yeah, I know, but like, he's saying you hated the game.
Oh, yeah, no, I hated it. It was too hard. I was a little kid. It was annoyingly
hard.
It
was too hard, but it was still a great game.
Oh, it was pretty. That's why you played it. It was pretty. It sounded nice, and it controlled kind of interestingly, but the camera was too close in, and it was too hard.
The camera was too close in?
Yeah, you moved incredibly fast, but you couldn't see shit when you did it.
Yeah, they got that from Sonic the Hedgehog.
I know, and I never liked Sonic either. 35th anniversary, maybe they'll finally have a good game.
What do you mean? Sonic Mania is great.
I mean, actual Sega Sonic team making a good game. Not a fan who's good at it.
Have any of you heard the story of Grakapan? Since none of you are Swedish like Mott or Mort to the layman, the story was in ancient times the king of Sweden was known to go incognito amongst his people to learn their true grievances. At least according to Milchik on Severance. Apparently he butchered that word's pronunciation, probably worse than poor Nick did. That the show had to apologise to the country. And sorry, Mott, I can't pronounce that word either. In the show, Milchik said what sounded like Gluckschuppen. What's the word? I just said Grakapan. That's how it's spelled.
Yep.
I have no idea.
Grakapan.
But now, the real question.
My real question is, like the King of Sweden, should Satya do something similar for Windows and Xbox users to learn how they really feel about Copilot? If Satya doesn't know how people feel about Copilot by now, then he's fucking dumber than I thought he was.
He just wants you to not... Him and Jensen Huang, please.
Please stop picking on
Please
AI.
stop making
Leave
fun of AI.
alone.
It's bad. It's hurting us. Stop making fun of AI.
It's hurting Copilot's feelings when you call it Slot Pilot. He's going to go down as the worst CEO in Microsoft history. Satya. Like, comfortably the worst CEO in Microsoft history. It's not even close.
It is funny you say it when
shareholders are happy.
well, I mean, yeah, they're worth like friggin' $4 trillion now.
Gives a shit. It's
Them.
all artificial. It's all fake. Oh, they're worth $4 trillion. Just like Nvidia came out of nowhere, all because they jumped on the AI fucking buzz train, and all of a sudden Nvidia was worth a big $1 trillion. It's all fake circular economy bullshit.
But they've made it
Satya's
real.
done nothing of substance.
They've made it real by tying themselves into the world's economy so much that we'll have to pay for it all.
He's done nothing of substance. Microsoft is not a market leader in anything. And that's his legacy. They're not a market leader in fucking anything. They're slow to every trend. Their fucking execution is shit on everything they do. And they're even losing market share, even if only a tiny bit, in their fucking decades-old monopoly in Windows. He's the worst.
That's how you really feel.
But cloud. Not the leader in cloud either. Amazon's kicking their ass. It's the fucking worst, man.
What do you have against agentic AI, Nick?
The sooner he's gone, the better, man. Just take over, Phil. Fucking just take over, man. Seriously. Please. Next question. Them G. So let's say if you gents were in a restaurant eating with a famous celebrity in reference from Substance when Dennis Quaid's character was eating 8 pounds of shrimp, how would you all feel if a celebrity eats something, whatever food they ordered eating, and talking at the same time in front of you. In fact, when being in a restaurant, have you gents experienced a gross stunt in a restaurant? Because I did, from before when it comes to someone burping loud. But what about you gents in something like in a restaurant when someone did a gross public stunt like burping, farting, talking with food in their mouths or whatever? The gross stunt, I can list so on and so forth by a person or people doing that. But your gents' experience and scenario in a restaurant based on what I asked? Hide them? That's me everywhere I go. P.S. Have you gents ever watched Dennis Quaid's movies and liked any of his movies or watched from them? Because I did when I was a kid, and it was Enemy Mine. Enemy Mine. Didn't watch the whole, but just the clips on TV, and that's it.
Enemy Mine is unbelievably weird and very boring, but interesting.
Alien one?
So is
that alien one?
Yeah, it was him.
Yes, Enemy Mine.
But
Loved
the alien,
it as a kid.
But then the alien
Loved
also is like asexually pregnant and then has a kid and dies, and then he raises a kid.
Yeah.
And it's so fucking weird. It's a really weird, very boring, but interesting movie.
The best Dennis Quaid movie
Reagan
is Singularity. No, it's not called Singularity. It's called Frequency. Sorry, my mind went. If you haven't seen it, it is a kid in the modern era. Is Dennis Quaid's son, and
Jack Quaid.
he lost his dad to a fire, but then the polar fucking lights, the northern lights are up in the sky, and it's done something weird, and he's talking on his thingy, and he realizes he's talking to his dad in the past, and it's like a time travel sci-fi thing. It's really fucking good.
I might have to check it out.
Yeah, it's a good little movie. Worth a watch.
I loved Enemy Mine, Hytham. I'm so glad you reminded me of that movie, and I saw that as a very young child, and I probably should not have. And that's just the byproduct of having parents that work at a video store. When I was a kid, they were both in their early 20s and like worked at video stores, and I used to bring home all sorts of movies that I should not have been watching at that age. But Enemy Mine, fucking loved it.
Also, Inner Space.
Yes, classic. As to the gross restaurant stuff, that's me everywhere I go, dude, because as I'm discovering, most people eat with their mouths open, which is just fucking disgusting. Like, it freaks me out that there are so many people in the world that weren't raised to eat with their mouths closed. And it makes it incredibly difficult to raise children properly because, you know, me being me, I tell my kids off. If they chew with their mouth open, they fucking get scolded. But then all their friends eat that way, and even adults that they know eat that way. And I feel bad because here I am telling them off for shit that everyone else is just doing, even though it's fucking disgusting. And it makes it hard. It makes it really fucking hard to raise kids properly because most people don't. Most people don't give a fuck because they're disgusting animals.
That was the best
what are you
Dennis
supposed to
Quaid
do?
movie. A soppy Ronald Reagan biopic. It was terrible.
Nah.
Like, seriously, people, chew with your mouth closed. It's fucking disgusting. Like, it's not hard to just close your mouth when you eat. Just close your mouth. It's really not that hard. Next question. 99 Rukin. Hey, how's it going? I'll get straight to the question. What single game in a series most deserves a remake, a remaster, or a proper new sequel/prequel right now? One pick per category. Remake, Dead Space 2. Remaster, Halo 3. Sequel/prequel, Quake. New single-player campaign, please. Also, wild idea. Microsoft should just buy the Dead Space IP from EA and give it to id Software. Feels way more realistic than chasing BioWare or Respawn. That's not a bad idea.
I don't think companies never want to sell their IP, really.
Yeah.
Half the reason they acquire Activision is to get consistent money and all of their IP. Like that's just the thing, is owning the IP.
Remake. I would like to see full-on remake. Syndicate Wars.
Syndicate did get a new game though from EA.
Yeah, Syndicate Wars is it's like a RTS-y type thing more than
I
anything
loved
else.
Syndicate. I used to love the original Syndicate by Bullfrog.
Yeah. Syndicate Wars, move along, keep moving. That was so good.
My answer is simple to this. It's one game for all three. Come on, Jesse. You know what I'm going to say.
Hearthstone.
Let's see how well Jesse knows me.
Maximo.
Oh, we
there
got
it
it in one. Remake, Maximo. Remaster, Maximo 2. Sequel, Maximo 3.
Boom.
Fuck yeah. Maximo
He's in
is the
there.
answer for all of them.
And people think we're not
Oh
friends.
my god. Maximo was... Oh, fuck. Come on, Capcom. Fuck.
Yes, Capcom, have sex.
Man. I loved Maximo so much. It was so good. It was like the best PlayStation 2 exclusive. It was like the best game. Amish AI. Haven't heard from them in ages.
See, John, it's like I told
No,
you.
wait.
I don't get to answer these. He just immediately moves on.
Wait. I thought you did answer.
Nope.
Oh, sorry. Go. Sorry. I thought you did. I genuinely thought you did. Sorry.
All right.
I
Remake
genuinely thought you did.
Dead Space 2. It's the one I want the most by far.
Yeah, I know. That'd be good.
Then sequel would be Dead Space their take on Dead Space 3. They don't have to remake Dead Space 3. They were already
No.
leading off on a different path with the original Dead Space remake. You just remake 2 with that, and then you branch off and you don't have all the microtransaction bullshit that messed up 3 in the co-op from EA. Remaster? I mean, the Bethesda things are the best to remaster because you're not going to remake them because remaking a Bethesda game means having to retime and rework all of that, clockwork simulation because you're not faking it. So, but supposedly they're doing them like a remaster of Fallout 3 that does what they can to fix up the shooting. Like whatever they can do because they were able to make the combat feel better and work better in Oblivion. So I would say a new one we haven't heard of. I would like a Morrowind remaster. Because a full-on Morrowind remake is literally making a large chunk of Elder Scrolls 6 work-wise. But you go back and you make it so when I hit something, they get hit. It doesn't say miss when I see the friggin' blade going through them. I'll be happy.
Dead Space 2. It's a shame that never happened.
People have
Dead Space
terrible
remake
taste.
was so good.
Yeah, the Dead Space remake
Dead Space remake
was perfect. It was
so good.
one of my top games of the year.
So good. Amish AI. It says first time they've posted. I thought Amish AI had sent
might
in
have done the
Patreon
form.
questions.
Not forum.
Maybe. Yeah. Hello, gents and Nick. I chose violence. Pizza with, I assume they're meant to say bananas because it says ananas. So I assume it's meant to say pizza with bananas, and best Star Wars movie is Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Oh my God. I have a serious question. How do you guys feel to play Fable in the first quarter of 2026? That ain't happening.
Probably not.
And one philosophical. Did pregnant horses run faster because they had more horses? They had more horsepower in them?
I would think
Rise
so.
of...
You go on Rise of Skywalker because then we can hit
No.
maybe what we think the first party cadence ends up being this year.
No. Fable first quarter 2027.
I don't know that. I am curious if they have anything first quarter, if they have anything by March, because the leak on Forza, I don't think anything else is before that of what we already know. But like I would imagine the most summery game is Gears. Then you've got Fable between September, October, and then Halo is just on the 20th anniversary because it's not a big live service thing. If it gets squashed a week later by GTA 6, shit happens. But that was my thought, where it's probably a September, October type of game for Fable.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. And apparently, according to Metal Oxide, ananas is a name for pineapple.
Oh, well, yes. Pineapple does belong on pizza, though.
Yeah, depending on the pizza, like you have some bacon, some grilled chicken, and pineapple. It's great.
A Hawaiian pizza.
With a
There's an
zesty
irony in the
sauce.
fact that the Hawaiian... Yes, there's an irony in the fact that a Hawaiian pizza was invented by a Greek Canadian.
An orange
Which is
chicken
very weird.
was made in California at Panda Express.
Ah, okay. Ananas is pineapple in Swedish, at least. Okay, I apologize. I thought he was saying bananas and just typoed it. Typoed bananas. Bananas on pizza. In Melbourne, you can get bananas on a Nutella pizza, like a dessert pizza. So it's got Nutella and banana and straw. Like
Yeah, it's like a sweeter
they're not bad.
bread. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like a crepe. A crepe.
Oh, that's fucking
Just say I love crepes.
But you
No,
Nick,
never.
you have to come back to Gamescom so we can have that freaking dessert again. The strudel.
Oh my god.
We got it
Apple
again.
Strudel.
It was even better. Like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
And I was
That's
afraid. I
the
was like,
best.
is this not going to be as good? And I took a bite and I was just like,
That whole restaurant in
So good.
that whole place was incredible. Like
Yeah.
the hot chocolates that they had there.
everything.
Lucky I
could eat
made
there
you
every
all
night.
go.
Yeah.
Lucky I made you all go, huh?
I mean, it wasn't
you
like,
didn't
oh
wanna
no,
go.
a giant dessert restaurant. I don't want to go anywhere near all this chocolate. But yes.
All week I was like, I want to go there. I want to go there. I want to go there. I want
It
to
was
go
it was insanely busy all the time because it's right next to the Dom.
there. So
cathedral.
nice. Didact 3. Hello, delicious panel. The double D is upon us. And we pretty much know the secret fourth game, Kiln. But will there be another one? Due to the small nature of Double Fine games, maybe Microslop can add in another game to the show. What will that game be? P.S. I've been watched The Pit and it was glorious. I was surprised that it's rated T here in Brazil when it's got when it's very gory and brutal show though.
I guess it's medical.
Yeah, my
gory,
wife's
and
watching
brutal.
The Pit. I don't know. My wife's
it's-
watching The
it's
Pit.
in
I think
a-
she's enjoying it.
Yeah, like I would imagine all the gory, brutal stuff is because you're in a emergency room area in a hospital.
Ah, okay.
So it's not like
Makes sense then.
glorified, gun violence or anything. Maybe
Can they add another game to the show, Microslop? What do you reckon?
it could. And everyone's looking at on the Dev Direct
Maybe.
thing on the store. There's like space for like 6 games, but when you look at the actual one they posted on the Xbox Wire, there's space for 1. Like I don't know. It's also not hard to make an animation where you make more room, but I would expect
someone
3.
tagged me.
and be
Someone
happy with
tagged me
4.
in my Discord with what I believe was a fake. I think they were just being a smartass. And they were like, oh, look at this, Nick. And they tagged me in a thing for the Dev Direct. And I'm like, that looks fake. What is that?
I should get a bottle of whiskey and have you invite me back in there.
I can't find anything. I can't find it. Someone tagged me and it looked like someone had photoshopped.
I don't think they would do DLC there. Like I don't know if the Dev Direct is the type of thing that they would like have to show up Starfield or Doom DLC or anything. I wouldn't mind, but it hasn't been that in the past, I don't think. Like the Elder Scrolls is obviously just new DLC, but even that was only like once when it was the first year. I think.
Yeah. What about you, John? What do you think about a small game they could chuck in there?
They've got maybe they would throw something in from Toys for Bob. They've been working for a while.
Thank you for reminding me.
They've been working
That's
on
what it was.
Spyro.
That's what the Photoshop was. The Photoshop was Toys for Bob with Spyro as the fourth game.
And it was posted by
And I'm
John.
like, that's not real. That's not real.
I didn't even know it. Didn't even know that. But yeah, like I'm just spitballing, right? I also think, we read those rumors, what was it, a year ago, 2 years ago, that they were spinning up smaller teams within all of their first party studios to kind of think about smaller experiences in established IPs. And that's the beauty of it. You can just come out with a surprise and be like, boom, it's one and done, it's available on Game Pass, go. And it's everywhere else, whatever. But yeah, I'm not too fussed because I've never understood the rush and the need to just ruin the surprise. Like, it's a shame that the potential surprise of one of the secrets has already been ruined because people just can't sit on it.
like it makes
let
sense
let
for
them announce the fucking game.
Do you want to know
you're-
what it is?
No, go ahead.
Do you want to know what it is, why they're happy to
I do.
spoil it? Because there's no repercussions from Microsoft when they do.
And it's clicks for them and clout.
Yeah.
Like, I get why an Insider Gaming does it because they will make a bunch of money on the articles they write. But like when I'm on Twitter and I'm not even Twitter blue, and you stay, and like there, I don't know what you actually gain outside of like, or I'm on Resetera and I work in the games industry, and then I'll just start posting about all this stuff and tell you it, and it's like, it's so weird. It's really weird when I'm on Reddit or I'm on Resetera and I'm just spoiling what's coming. I'll only do it for these specific companies, though. I won't do it for certain other ones.
Yeah.
It's just, it feels shitty, and it feels weird, especially when you know where the people work and that the people where they work must know.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's always been an odd thing to me because I don't know what is to be gained outside of some people you don't actually know going and pinging you like 95 times a month asking you if you've heard about this rumor. But
Everyone
also,
leaks for different reasons, though.
yeah, and Gentlestone says there should have been repercussions then, and like we've always heard that they're in a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Because like Bethesda did repercussions, and they got endless shit from people who cover video games over it. Like the only ones who get to do it are essentially Nintendo, and then everyone will joke they're like Mike and Jeff joke they're in
Sony
Nintendo
as well.
jail, but Sony is the big one where everyone always knows that there are certain PR sides of Sony where if you don't call it a love letter to racing, you might not get the next
Massive
preview
bullies.
or review code.
Hey, just saw what you said about The Last of Us. Could you just explain why you felt that way? And how we could maybe help you see it another way?
That's fucked up, man. That is
Okay,
fucked up.
bro. Can you imagine if Microsoft did that? If Phil just like rang a reviewer, said, why'd you feel that way about Redfall? Jesse from XboxEra loved Redfall. Why didn't you love Redfall as much as Jesse did? What?
We only have to
how
pay
can I
him
help
and,
What can we do
controller.
to change your mind? Is there anything that we could?
How can I help you see it the way Jesse saw it? What can
wasn't
I
even-
do?
This how?
Boom! I can't open the back of this because it literally says give 8.5 on here, on the back of the controller, inside.
Oh dear.
God damn, I like that color though.
Help me, help you.
It sure would be a shame if we couldn't provide code next time around, lads.
I mean, do you want Last of Us Part 2? Surely you do.
You know, I'm gonna look up
Do you not
something
want-
real quick.
Naughty Dog's latest?
You don't want Intergalactic in 2029? Wow.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just gonna look up this thing. I'm gonna sort highest to lowest. I am not alone, and I'm not the highest. We got this covered. Ash Martinez is the highest at a 9.
Yep.
And there's
Good
two
one.
8.5s. I'm
Good
only
one.
one of them. Dual Shockers.
Good one, Ash.
The other one.
Yep.
But I got the most.
Last
hit by
question.
far.
Because I'm running late. Good old Collingwood. A question for John.
Oh.
We all know that Blueprints was one of your games of the year for 2025. Have you heard of Maze? A puzzle book by Christopher Manson, who wrote and illustrated the book? Maze has the reader travelling through the book, entering numbered doors that lead you to the page you referred to by the door. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure book, but with much harder puzzles. When it was published in the mid-1980s, there was a prize to travel to the end and back within the shortest path, 16 pages. Find the riddle at the end room and solve the riddle with things in the rooms that you travelled through. It was never solved within the deadline set. The reason I mention this book is that the writer and illustrator Christopher Manson made some contributions to Blueprints. And if you like Blueprints, you might like Maze.
I never knew that. Wait, I did. And the funny thing is here, and you skipped it, understandably so. But I saw this question earlier today, and I replied to it with a copy of my review. And he's actually put the subject here at the beginning of the question saying, tell me you haven't read John's review of Blueprints.
Yeah.
Because I absolutely do call out that Chris Manson is in there and that it is inspired by this particular book. I did actually try and get hold of a copy of this, but I haven't been successful. I can't find one to get one to me. I really would
It
like
might be
to
on
have a look through
streaming
it.
services.
It's a book. Yeah, it might be on a... Yeah, I know what you mean. It's not really a streaming service.
You're an idiot. It's a book. You fucking dumbass. You're fucking stupid.
We're not supposed to tell him that outright anymore, John. I mean, Nick.
It's a book.
Yeah, well, I'm sitting there thinking you're suggesting streaming services and download a digital Kindle version of that book. That's the reason I was like, but it's a book. Shit. Oh no, but you could, you know.
Anyway,
but yeah,
thanks for that bit of trivia, good old Collingwood.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It's good stuff.
John
also,
knew, but Josie and I did not.
Also, Mort says that it was the 17th century King Carl XI who got the name that means grey coat, and it's pronounced something like Grukapen.
Yeah, Grokapen.
Grogu.
Gro.
I see EAW as sort of
U.
It can be O or U or
Kappa.
Because if you have the name Bo, Beau, Bo, it's pronounced Bo, but then beautiful.
Yeah. This is that English thing again.
It's that fucking
it's pronounced
stupid English
balm,
thing.
But is comb pronounced calm?
Yeah.
No, it's pronounced comb.
No.
All right. That is all of the community questions done and wrapped up for episode 297.
That's the end of the show.
Big thank you to everybody for hanging out in the chat and providing us with many laughs and much amusement today. We hope that you feel entertained in turn. We will be back for the first big week of the year. We'll be back on Headlines on Tuesday, then for a co-stream of the Xbox Developer Direct. Yes, potentially late headlines on Tuesday. Depends how I go. We'll be doing the co-stream for the Developer Direct on the Thursday, followed by a special headlines episode as we break down and go through all of the reveals. We're looking forward to it. And we hope you are too. Come and join us. Come and hang out. It'll be fun.
I sadly will not see you guys for a couple of weeks. I apologise.
You're back on the week after though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Until then, you know what to do. Go play video games. Have a good time. We'll see you next time.
Ciao for now.